Reverb Experiment episode number 16.
Oh my God.
The last episode of 2020.
Sweet 16.
It's so hard to say goodbye.
You already know who's in the building, G_Focus.
Focus.
We got Steph.net to my left, the queen. We got Rajeo to her left, the king. And we got young Photo B to his left, the prince.
What is poppin'? What is poppin'? Yeah. Ain't now saying that.
All right, man. So we got a special show for y'all today. We're going to do our 2020 wrap-up.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to kind
Wrap
of recap.
that shit up, son. Wrap that shit
We're
up.
going to
Wrap it up,
Wrap it up, B.
We're gonna recap our 2020 as a podcast and just as a culture. And we're going to actually hear from some of our closest and nearest and dearest friends that have either listened to the podcast or have been on the podcast and want to give us some of our props. So for this show, after that, we're going to go through our 2020 wrap-up and give out our awards.
Yeah.
Stay tuned at the end. Rajeo is going to give his trash as fuck for the year. So you definitely want to tune into that.
Year.
We are going to talk about the Battle of the Bay, E40 versus Too Short that is happening tonight and give our predictions.
Ooh, it's about to be a party in the Cali.
We're going to talk about the white girl group chat that was exposed.
Who?
Yeah. And then we're going to talk about T.I.'s comments. He's back in the trending news because he said that his quality time with his daughter is thought prevention hours.
Yo, just because you rap good doesn't mean you should talk a lot. Even though rap requires a lot of talking.
It does. It does. And for some reason, he thought that was...
Like, when he's on the music, he's like fire. And then when he's just not, he's not good a cappella.
I think this, our era, is the first era that gets to see our athletes and role models and actually see how they think.
Yeah.
Like before, it was like you just saw them play or rap, and then it was like you would hear an interview or two. But Twitter and all this other shit, you don't get to hear that much.
That's how I really felt like I used to be in love with Tyrese, and then the internet.
What more do you want from me? $13,000 a month.
Oh,
I need my baby.
man.
I just want to see my baby.
Yo.
I just want to see my baby.
Tyrese is a perfect example of
That
that.
nigga's like, I'm not saying that The Rock is not a great actor, but that's one hating, crying ass nigga.
That hurt. Yeah.
He lets the dark skins
What
down.
more do you want from me?
Hey, did y'all see the
Yes.
the Animaniacs?
Yes.
When they mix them in?
I don't need to say it. I just want my baby.
I was screaming.
Oh my god.
And I felt bad because we just had talked about like how black men and their emotions get made fun of on the internet. But I was like, bro, I can't. I have to laugh. Like, I gotta let this out. Like, this funny as hell.
Especially being as though like it's been like what, a year or two since that shit came out, and it's like it's still funny. It's still being used. It's like, oh my god. Like the Animaniacs came on Hulu, and they're like, yup.
I was like, wow.
Animaniacs always been good at that.
What did that? How did that come about?
With the
Because
child
he was
support?
fighting for custody for his daughter or something?
yeah.
Right?
Something like that, yeah.
It was something like that. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that whole little time frame for him was just bad.
Yeah,
still
he was
bad,
going,
bro.
He,
He-
was going
He ain't been able to.
Rock was about to put hands on him.
Yeah. It was like, man.
He ain't been
was
able to
going through
recover,
it.
fam.
That's why I didn't
He
want to
ain't been
laugh.
able to recover.
Bruh.
Never.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
terrible.
All right, so to get into some more seriousness and to talk about what we want to talk about. So before we get into our 2020 wrap up and before we take some of the calls, I just want to go around the room and just kind of get some background to how we think our 2020 went, because we started this. This was supposed to start January,
Yeah.
Yep.
and as we were getting the ball rolling, the pandemic started hitting, and we had to make some major adjustments. And we actually even thought of maybe we weren't going to be able to do it. So, and just to see how much we've grown from really, we started winning like maybe April, March,
April.
and to see how much we've grown just as a podcast, as a platform, just as a community. I just want to just get your guys' thoughts and see just how we think our 2020 went, you know, how just in general, you know what I mean?
Ladies first.
I knew y'all was going to do that. He just put me on the spot.
Hey,
You know how they do on Thanksgiving? Let's go around the room and see what we thankful for. Like,
Oh, and before we do that, I want to thank everybody that is listening, that has been listening via Apple Podcasts, Spotify, etc. Oh, you know what? And we got somebody on the line right now, so we gonna hold ours,
let them go.
and we gonna let them go because they got
Who
it's
is it?
Saturday. So we got.
Tell them, come on.
Hello, this is Robert Brown from the Reverb Experiment Podcast. Hold on, I gotta turn on the.
He went real professional.
Real
work
professional.
voice.
That's my work voice.
So it's already going down on the Reverb app. Okay.
It's already going down.
Who is it? First off, who is this?
What's
You already know,
up?
man. Your favorite friend of the show,
Who?
Oh.
Elika Bernard. Elika Bernard, welcome to the Reverb Experiment Podcast.
She's a queen to be here.
How y'all doing?
Hey there.
What's up, Elika?
Who's all on the line?
The usuals.
All of us. Hey, sis.
Is Blair? Wait, what's his name?
Stop it.
Babyface.
Stop it.
Why you do fun
Stop
of me
it.
like that?
No,
bro?
stop it. I was gonna be nice, but here you are. Here you are.
So is that a no?
You ain't getting no props of the year. That's for sure.
Hey, turn her
I'm trying
up.
to turn her up.
Turn her up.
I'm weak.
Hey.
I'm calling you Blair for the rest of
BJ.
your life.
Blair
BJ.
of all
Baby
things.
Bob.
Baby Bob.
Photo Blair took that.
All right, let me see if we can turn you up.
Y'all,
The Photo Blair Project.
Did y'all see your homeboy Blair Coates lose his damn mind on Facebook the other day? Talking about masculinity is under attack. You don't go sit your ass down somewhere.
Oh man, here we go.
She talking about you?
No, not me.
No,
Only thing
you're
under
talking about
attack. Only thing under
No,
attack is your lineage because you didn't marry a black woman.
Ooh.
Damn.
Oh,
We going
Well, good
here.
morning. I'm so happy.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Right.
Good
It's
morning.
early.
It's really early, and we're trying to hear you. I don't know if you're on.
No, we
if
can
you got
hear
us
you.
on speaker. Okay. So we can hear. Oh, never mind. I got voted
Okay.
out. So thank you for calling in. We definitely appreciate you for being a guest on the show twice.
Yes.
And we're just wrapping up our 2020. We wanted to just kind of get some words from our community, from our friends, from our family, just to end the year on a good note.
Some friendly words, Elika. Don't be attacking Photo B.
Well, shit, you knew who you invited on the show.
Cool, welcoming him on the show, and then
I ain't got no goddamn friendly words. Okay, hold on. I got some friendly
say
words.
less. Say less.
Hey, can you move that? That's bothering me. It's just
Here's
yeah,
my
yeah,
friendly
yeah.
word. Here's my friendly word. I'm really I'm really proud of the Reverb experiment. I would say that for a long time I felt like radio, especially Black radio in Sacramento, has been monopolized by a certain generation and a certain like demographic of Black people, and I often have felt that there hasn't been space for people who think like me to have a voice and a platform. And so hearing the Reverb, being on the Reverb has just been like a huge breath of fresh air.
Yeah.
And, I'm not against the grown and sexy. That's what they keep saying on 97.5. I'm not against, like, we get it. You drink dark liquor and wear nylons. Like, you don't have to always say
a nice
feel
little leather
bad.
jacket.
Right. Like, we get it. You had a Jerry curl in the 80s. Leave us alone. I'm thankful for the Reverb because I think these conversations that are really important conversations need to happen. They need to happen between each other. And I've had a ton of fun creating friendships. I think one of my counselors was concerned because she's like, you don't have a lot of friends in your age group. And so when I met y'all, I was like, oh my God, I have friends that are like in my age group that think the way that I do, that we share a similar philosophical beliefs. And I think that I love all of the issues that you all have worked very hard to bring to the forefront and have these very tough conversations, and you don't shy away from them. And in those conversations, I see growth in you all as individuals. And I just think that's really phenomenal.
That's dope.
That was
really
so
dope.
beautiful. I really appreciate it.
Because I can't
And
tell
also, I want black people to stop eating at Fixins because Kevin Johnson does not deserve our money. He ain't did nothing good for the black community. And he got a couple cases and he does not like black women also. So I just want to put that out there. Don't send me no damn coupons from Fixins.
PSA.
Wait, why?
If y'all heard it here first, okay?
I heard it was delicious.
I ain't never been.
And I know black people who work there.
I don't care.
So
That's crazy.
damn.
Well, we said we're not going to shy away from the difficult conversations.
Time out.
Exactly.
Because now I need to know what Kevin Johnson did to her.
He didn't do anything. Well, he groped my little sister, but he has sexually assaulted a number of underage black girls. And I'll never shut up about that shit. And that's why they pulled his whole little movie on ESPN, because he used his money when he was an NBA player to silence these girls. And when he had, when he was, what was he like on the board at St. Hope, a number of girls came forward and said that he fondled their breasts and stuff like that. But he got away with it because he is extremely powerful. And I think it's just time out for that shit in our community. It's time out for it. Period.
I agree.
I'm going to start doing some research.
Man.
And I think,
I didn't know none of that.
Oh, yeah. No, he's terrible. He's terrible. And I heckle him. If I see him in public, I heckle the fuck out of him.
I got pictures with him. I did that. I had a different. Well, obviously I'm a man. I didn't have that. I had no knowledge. But when we were building the Sacramento Kings Arena, I spent a lot of time with Kevin Johnson. I even did like the press conferences. I spoke at all the press conferences with him. So I was like the representative of the electrical union, the electricians and the engineers and whatnot. But man,
really?
That's nuts.
Well, you know what? But it's good that this information's out, because a lot of times the comic, most of the public, that's not knowledge that gets put out there. And obviously, if you have money, if you have power, you are able to silence that, those kind of things. So that's why independent media is important. So that way, truth can come out. So we definitely appreciate that. And yes, we do definitely, people need to do their due diligence on anybody that's in the public eye on what they've done and past cases and criminal history, because for damn sure we get our criminal history put on the damn news every time something happens to us.
I know that's right.
But I want to thank you, since you did call in. I want to thank you for the last conversation that we had, because we had an ongoing kind of an underlining theme of the division between black men and black women. And I think even though we caught flack for it and got called simps, that episode, that episode, I think
they killed me, Elika.
They killed us.
Yeah.
What?
But I think, I'll screenshot the comments and we'll put them in a group.
Man.
But that episode, we feel like, to me, or I can speak for myself, was a turning point for our podcast, because a lot of those conversations was kind of like, we were kind of having them, and then we were kind of pointing the finger, not really pointing the finger, but that's kind of what it felt like we never really got to the bottom of it. And I think just the level of transparency that you had, along with, being able to sit down and as black men and black women, be able to have that conversation face to face, and then come to some type of resolution with, just the raw emotions that we had. To me, that episode sticks out to me a lot, just because of how raw and how real it was. Yeah. I'm not saying that all the other ones were not. I'm just saying if I had to think of one episode, that one stuck out to me.
They started calling G Focus Steve Harvey, and they started calling me Derek Jackson. So,
what?
I know.
Oh.
I know. I did a good job.
How dare y'all have empathy and compassion?
Right. Exactly.
That's what they're saying. How dare you? But you know what? Relation to build healthy anything, you have to create a space that is safe enough for vulnerability. And I think that is something very unique that the Reverb experiment has. And I felt very safe to be vulnerable about how I felt. And I don't really care who has anything to say about it, because you haven't had to walk in the shoes that I had to walk in. And I think it's very humbling for men, especially black men, to listen to what I have to say to look within themselves. And then usually it's just chaos and argument. Usually there isn't resolve. Usually it's just like a cycle of deflecting and gaslighting. And the fact that we came to resolution and healing, that is the whole point. Like, that is the whole point. And we can't get to that. We're not doing what we're supposed to be doing.
No.
Exactly. Yep. So I just wanted to thank you for, because obviously without you being here, we wouldn't have had that moment. And that's always a highlight in my mind. That episode definitely is a highlight for me. So just wanted to thank you, give you props, give you a little kind of applause right there.
Props of the year for sure.
I think I almost cried on that episode too.
Elika almost made me cry. I'm a thug. Do you understand? I'm a goddamn gangster.
Yeah. So we appreciate you. We know that you got to tend to your beautiful children, and that we will let you go. And we appreciate you calling in. And you are always welcome. Always welcome.
Always. We love you, girl.
All right. I love y'all. Have a good holiday.
You too.
Sure.
All right.
Bye.
Millions.
All right. So let's get back to going around the room. I think I already kind of gave what my answer was. I think that episode to me stood out. But not even really the episode. I think just in general, just the year. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Steph.
Okay. For me, I feel sometimes I feel guilty.
Are we doing
for
props of the year now?
Not props. No, we're just recapping
Oh,
our year.
okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I feel like sometimes I feel guilty for saying I had a good year, but I just feel like it's the outlook on a negative and trying to turn it into a positive. I feel like that's what we did here, and I feel like doing this really got me through 2020. You know what I mean? Because it was a purpose. It was something that was impactful that I was a part of that really just kept me pushing. You know what I mean? And it also like affected any other projects I had going on. I feel like being dedicated to this gave me that motivation in other things that I had to do, including working from home, because that mess ain't easy. That mess is trash. But doing this just really lit that fire under me to just keep going.
Well, this is my turn?
Yes.
Okay.
Have at it, bro.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. First giving honor to God who's the head of my life. Hey, this year for me, and I'm not gonna feel bad about saying it. This was it was a great year for me, in spite of, right? In spite of the loss of family members, in spite of the loss of aunts and uncles, and people that were close to me, in spite of them. But this year for me, I think this year for me was like a turning point in my life. You know what I mean? As far as being empathetic and sympathetic to a lot of the things that, a lot of the advantages that I have, right? That you don't really take account of when you just live a day-to-day base. Right. You know what I mean? Like the privileges that I have. But this year also showed me all the disadvantages that I have. You know what I mean? So it really kind of forced me to research, bro. Like, this podcast showed me what I did not know. You know what I mean? It showed me all the things that I thought that I was dope about in relationships or in business or whatever, so on and so forth. So I had a lot of reality checks, and I had a lot of places where I could check myself. One of my favorite episodes was when we had Art Burton. Man, I turned around and paid my car off. You know what I mean? Because, even though I felt like I was financially literate, we still had someone to have some conversations with us about, yo, bro, I know you think you're doing a good thing, but it is a good thing, but it's not the best thing. You know what I'm saying? So then we had our homeboy, Mr. G Dapper, Super Swag, the psychiatrist, and he came up here, and he gave a lot of perspective about what I've spoken all the time. So I think a lot of my ideas were also confirmed and affirmed that I was on the right track with some things. Other than that, man, made a lot of money. Stocks was good.
I heard that.
Cryptos was good.
Let's go.
Still good.
Flipped some houses, bought some houses.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Broke up with somebody. You know what I mean?
You had to add that in, huh?
Yeah, because she's still listening.
Damn.
So,
You're petty.
don't miss you.
You're petty.
I know.
I think if anything, we've confirmed this year.
hey.
If there was a petty award,
Petty of the year.
petty of the year for
listen,
sure.
bro.
Mr. Petty.
I wrote about this petty in the album, and it just cracked 100,000 on Spotify.
Congratulations, bro.
Thank you, bro, man. Thank you. So it's like 300,000 total. That was a really good year, and that's shocking. I didn't even know you guys like me that much, to be honest. So, boom. That's all I got, man.
Yeah, I had a pretty damn.
This
good year.
nigga balled this year, bro. If one person got money this year,
Look at the
And
coat.
we're talking in relation to the pod.
yeah,
So we know personally, yes.
Oh,
This
yeah.
man got a damn blazer on.
bro.
Yeah, with a
This is
turtleneck.
$600
With house
blazers.
shoes on the last episode.
Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
The damn bachelor shoes on.
Come on now.
The Gucci houseboats.
He must be doing good. Okay.
great.
Stupendous.
I'm doing great.
He said he's not good enough. He's doing great.
But when it comes to the pod, it's
Look at his wrist.
it's beautiful. Come on, like, come on. Look at the chest though. Look at your chest. Look at your chest. All right,
right, bro.
heavy.
It's all right, bro.
Heavy. Anyway,
all right.
nah, this was
about 8
this was
carats.
definitely a good year. You know what I mean? It's like being able to communicate and talk to more black people. It's a beautiful thing, especially when it comes to like the kind of information that we share among
Hell
each
yeah.
other. The belief system, the positivity that we have. It just shows a lot of introspectiveness
Facts.
amongst us all.
Yeah.
It just gets good to have us as well as the nation
Oh yeah.
rocking with us.
The nation crazy.
The nation go crazy.
That's one of my highlights of the year too. Not to cut you off, but the nation, the Reverb Nation.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
That's our
them,
peoples.
them niggas got issues.
Well, I'm like that's like one of my favorite things that have come out of the
I
podcast.
purposely
Well,
said
and let's
that.
give props where props is due. That was your idea.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
And
I wasn't gonna say
and it's helped
nothing,
us grow. It's helped us grow.
So is it
get
biased
applause
that that's
from me.
one of her favorite things of the year? So I feel like it is.
But it's popping in there.
Can you vote for yourself as for president of the United States if you're running?
I think you can.
Yes.
Okay, then I'll allow this.
I think you can.
All right, I get it.
I think everything you guys said is spot on. For me, on a personal level, this podcast has definitely helped me grow. And just challenging my thought process and forcing myself to listen to different perspectives, ideas, points of view, and kind of what Steph was saying. It's just having to be consistent and the discipline and the time and the effort. And, those of you who are listening, you guys hear the finished product, but knowing what goes into first the planning of the podcast, the name, the filing for the license, uploading it, writing the description, the video editing, the social media marketing, all of that behind the scenes stuff is not easy. And especially when we all have personal lives, we all have regular jobs, we all, have things going on personally. And like for me as a father, just with with COVID-19 and with the distant learning, I'm having to make sure that my child is okay with that too. So it's like there was so much going on, but for us to still be able to come together every other Saturday and talk and entertain and also be informative, I think was an accomplishment.
Bro, those first 2 or 3 episodes were nightmares.
Man.
Bro,
Everything that could go wrong.
Went wrong.
Bro, they were so horrific. You know what I mean? Like, I was talking to Focus about mixing the pod. It's 11 o'clock at night. I mean, we literally burned 2 days, a whole weekend trying to get up the first. You know what I'm saying? We're sending files back and forth. Now we're cutting, pasting files. It's just crazy, man. It was just crazy.
It's definitely more.
And that's even before you guys got it.
It's more like we got a good little.
It's easy
You
now.
know what I mean? Like
It's
we got a
easier.
good little rotation going on, but
Nice
Yeah.
little streamlined situation.
Bro,
Right.
But that even still though, with personalizing everything, people don't understand how much we're on each other's necks to make sure we get things done on time and get it out. They don't understand.
Facts.
Yeah. So for all y'all that are, because we see the comments and we see people starting podcasts, and we encourage that. This is not a space where we feel like that we're the only podcast out there.
Right. There's no reason to have a competition.
Podcasting has been out for a long time.
But what, bro?
But I just want to encourage you that before you get into it, know what you're getting yourself into.
Yeah. So that you could be consistent. Because I feel like people aren't consistent because they don't even really know what comes with it till they already started and they're like, this ain't
bro,
what
I'm gonna keep it a whole buck. I watched a whole bunch of podcasts starting February, March, and April when this COVID thing. Everybody's like, I'm gonna go do a podcast. You did, but it's consistency, bro. We did this through football. We do this through funerals. We do this through death. We did this through vacations. We did this through birthdays and anniversaries. You know what I'm saying? Like we got the difference is with this is we have 4 people that get it done, and then we have outside help. You know what I'm saying? We have people who pick up the whole Colston family.
Yeah, shout out to the Colston family.
Shout out to Pops, little bro.
You know what I'm saying? Like they hold it down, bro.
And a few times I wasn't able to show up. You know, I was like,
a few.
I know I was going for like 2 months.
Nah, they came in clutch. They came in clutch.
But then when they come, the setup be so elaborate. And then Photo B gets here, and it's just like,
why you gonna do it like that? His face.
I'm trying to figure out how much is different. Sure, I don't put the monitor on there.
No, man. Your dad be having the color sheet,
everything,
the whole nine, man.
He get the take. The whole shit, bro. The whole shit. Pop.
Hey, shout out to Pops, man.
Big Will, bro.
Shout out to Big Will,
Big Willie
man.
style.
I mean, sometimes, I guess extra is necessary. Sometimes,
We can tell you put more time into your style.
He swag difference today.
No, hey, on the real tip, we appreciate everybody, man, because even in the pandemic, you guys don't have to listen to us. And you guys choose to.
Facts.
And we're almost at 1,500 streams for the year. And that's just on audio.
Right.
Video, I think we're something crazy on video, too. Like, I don't know, something crazy like 33,000 watch hours, something like that. Something crazy.
33,000 watch hours?
Crazy. So, for y'all that are listening, this is the end of season 1.
Maybe on her line.
Facts.
Season 2. Hey, Steph be coming through. Season 2 will be starting after the first of the year. So before we get there, we want to wrap up our 2020 because we all know that this was a troubling year for some, good year for some, but for all of us, we've had to deal with a lot. I think 2020 has definitely been one of those years that we can look back on. And if they ever do any movies in the future where they want to time travel or go back in time,
bro, we were supposed to been had
2020 ain't gonna be the year where people don't want to travel back.
Supposed to been had
that for sure.
We supposed to been had.
They're like, wait, do I want to have toilet paper? Yeah, I'm skipping that. I ain't going to 2020.
So I'm gonna just go through some of the events that happened in 2020 that we might have skipped or forgotten, just to remind us. So there was bushfires in Australia that destroyed a lot, 47 million acres. I don't know if we remember that. Probably not. I don't remember that.
So much going on this year.
Yeah.
Right.
So
I'm
much.
like, that was at the beginning?
And it's interesting to find out all the other things that Australia's been going through, too. Because first off, they have, like, one of the least amount of cases lately. So they're damn near. There's a few places that are actually open. They're having full-on festivals.
They have less oxygen to carry the virus because they lost all those trees and bushes.
Move on.
Okay.
Wow.
Prince Harry
Okay.
and Meghan they quit the royal family. I didn't realize that was this year too.
Damn, that shit seems so long ago.
Long
ago.
Bro, how do you quit your family?
Can I find out?
How you disown yourself?
Where the application at?
You know what? take this blood.
Oh my God.
It was like, look, we about to go get some jobs. We about to dip.
All right. Obviously, COVID-19, the pandemic. Mr. Rajeo has some stats on amount of cases and how many people have died.
This is a sad part of the show. Across the world, we had 1.67 million deaths. The United States currently has 17.5 million cases. And our death count is 314,000 and some change.
314,000. So we definitely send our condolences to anybody that has lost family members just in general.
Yeah, it's trash,
and
bro.
especially to COVID because of the issues. I know I lost my grandfather. I know Rajeo lost family
Aunties,
members.
yep.
That's my uncle.
Photo B lost some members, right? And couldn't even go see them in the hospital
Facts,
because of
bro.
COVID-19.
Couldn't.
So, and then I know,
I lost my aunt. Yeah.
and D'Angelo lost his dad this year, right?
Yep.
So, I mean, we all had to deal with death, and I think,
Yeah, we lost a lot of people this year, bro.
yeah. Speaking of death, Kobe Bryant and Gigi passed away this year on January 26th.
crazy.
That was also at the beginning of the year. Impeachment of Donald Trump.
Did that even count?
He got acquitted, but there was obviously the verdicts and stuff like that. So
If the glove don't fit, you must acquit.
Right.
Harvey Weinstein verdict, that was a big deal.
Suicide.
That was this year as well.
That was this year?
That was this year.
Damn.
Stock
Nigga,
market.
This year went forever.
Stock market crashed
Yeah, it
March
did.
9th.
Yeah, it did. Then it came back.
Then it came back.
And you knew who was on that boat? I was on that boat.
Obviously, this was a huge year for social justice, and one of my other favorite episodes was episode 2, Protest and Chill.
Protesting.
Shout out
So-
Kim.
Black
Yes.
Lives Matter protests, obviously George Floyd, Ahmaud Arbery, Breonna Taylor, Jacob Blake, and there's a whole nother
Man.
list of long names that were either killed or were the victims of our police brutality this year. So had to deal with that as well.
We had those riots, bro.
And the riots,
A whole
and
bunch of-
yes,
All over.
A bunch of
Flint
them.
still ain't got no water. No
Flint.
clean water.
yeah,
Ain't that
Don't
some
call
shit?
Donald Trump. Call Jaden Smith because he's the only one.
exactly. Kim Jong-un's death rumors, where he died, then he didn't die, then he died. That happened this year.
No,
don't even
he's
remember
Jesus.
that.
He keeps coming back every 3 days.
Let me see.
It's still happening.
We
just,
had the
like,
murder
we just let it
hornets.
go.
You
I
guys
forgot
remember
Murder
about
Hornets.
them Hornets.
the murder
Yeah,
hornets?
the
They
murder
just
hornets.
Disappeared.
We don't know where they went.
Nigga, I ain't never seen no murder hornet.
Here we go.
Hell no.
Where you see the murder hornet at?
The
Hornets
explosion
with
in
guns.
Beirut,
Oh,
August
yeah.
4th.
that was fucked up.
That was a big explosion.
That was the
too.
laboratory?
I think
Not-
so. Yep, and it killed at least 190 people.
Yeah, that was the laboratory.
The one on the water.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, and then obviously Joe Biden and Kamala Harris were chosen as the Democratic candidates.
Mm-hmm.
It was interesting how like everything was just bad, and then Joe Biden and Kamala Harris bad. Like it was just like okay.
I
we're
mean,
still
if
talking
you
about-
ask some people, that was still bad.
Yeah.
Well, that nigga told us to shut up.
Yeah.
So, if I'm not mistaken, he don't want to hear from us.
Chadwick Boseman
Man.
passed away. Obviously, that we talked about that as well, and that was very tragic. The West Coast wildfires on the California, where we couldn't damn near breathe outside, and it looked like it was
Damn.
red. That happened
that's
this year
every
too.
year, though.
How did I forget
that
about
one,
that?
this year was.
It was bad.
It's going to be worse
wild.
next year.
The RBG death, she died this year as well at the age of 97. Our former president, tested positive for COVID-19 and then acted like he just was healed miraculously.
Oh, they barely
He
breathe.
got some stem cells and went on about his life.
barely
He
breathe.
got some black stem cells. That's what happened.
Eddie Van Halen's death.
That's when Black Lives
I don't
Matter.
even remember nobody reporting on that. And then towards the end of this year, Joe Biden became president-elect. And obviously, there's some more things that we missed in there. But as far as major news,
Terry
That's a
Crews
lot.
was cooning all year. That's
well,
major.
and that's culture news.
Culture news. Yeah.
Culture news. So just wanted to give some of the major stuff in there because some of that stuff, it just seemed like it was so long ago. It didn't happen in 2020. So now,
The wildfires.
That's all in 365 days.
that's all.
Less
in-
than.
That's
Less than.
crazy.
Less
Yes,
than.
Yeah.
less than. That's
okay.
true.
Less than. We about to go to war. Remember that? We was
Yep.
gonna go to war.
Yep.
That's just shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
So now
world
we're
and
gonna,
civil.
we're gonna be able to go to have a little fun and go to
World and
our go to our own awards for 2020. Ooh, let me turn that down. You have to
Please.
turn that down in the mix.
And
Turn that down.
I
Giving
am
you
gonna-
extra words.
now.
I wish I could turn that in my headphones.
This is the
now.
stuff that we was talking about
I
that goes
still-
into the pod.
I still hear it. I still hear it in my ears.
I know you hear it. You have to turn it down in the pod.
That
so,
was almost bad as BJ laugh.
Yo,
no, that wasn't that bad.
no. The worst thing to
I'm trying to
mix,
get better,
just
okay?
so you guys all know, man, the worst thing to mix is Photo B's laugh. He's trying to hold it in right now because he doesn't want to have to mix it right now. But I think I'm going to create a highlight of when Photo B laughs.
We should do.
please,
We should do
yes.
like a highlight clip
Yeah.
of just him laughing throughout the whole
him
clip.
laughing,
Let's
for
please do
sure.
that. Please do that.
It's not okay.
All right. So 2020. So let's start off and let's start giving some awards, Johnny.
Hey,
all right?
bro, we could do memes and just have Photo B's laugh at the funny part.
That his laugh need to be one of the
things.
hell
Yes,
yeah.
we're gonna do that. We're
Season
gonna do
2.
that. We
Season
gonna do
2.
that.
Yes.
Season 2.
Season
Yeah, I'm gonna
2.
find one.
Your
We
laugh
gonna
going
find a
on the
clip.
board, bro.
Hey, I'm gonna get one of the raw ones before I mix it.
Yes, please do. All right, so 2020. Even though we had a pandemic, there was a lot of music that dropped this year. So, album of the year,
Lil Baby.
and why?
That nigga's talking that shit.
Okay.
There for me, like I think as I'm getting older, I don't want to just hear yeah. Ooh. You know what I'm saying? You know some rappers that are at the top of the game right now doing that every other bar. So when people come out and they really talk about real stuff and how they overcame, I love that. You know what I mean? I love to hear stories. Nas could be up there. Cause that thing was fire.
Well, I was just looking at some of the albums that
thing
dropped
was
this year,
fire. Nas,
and it's kind of crazy.
yeah, they had some good albums.
Looking at some of the lists and just some of the albums, like for instance, obviously, you got Nas, obviously.
Oh,
with
you know
King's
who else had a
Disease,
stupid album? Royce the 5'9".
Allegory. That's in my top.
Gosh, that's fire. Yeah.
Good News, Meg Thee Stallion. A lot of people like that. You also had Savage Mode. Some people like that. I wasn't really a big fan of that one. Welcome to the Block, King Von dropped this year. Burden of Proof, Benny the Butcher.
That's
Extinction
fire.
Level, Event 2.
That's
Busta
fire,
Rhymes.
too.
That's a dope album.
Hell yeah.
The
Still
Sharecropper.
You could
Crop
tell
album.
how much time he took on that album. You could hear it.
Yeah, he
You could
took
hear
he took
it.
a lot. The Sharecropper's Daughter, Ciroc.
People slept on Ciroc.
From a King to a God, Conway the Machine, Nas King's Disease, Queen
Great
of the
album.
South, Mulatto. Wasn't really a fan of that one.
I wasn't a fan of that either.
But there's a lot of albums that dropped this year. G Herbo, PTSD, Pray for Paris, West Side Gun,
That G Herbo album
A
was
Written
fire.
Testimony, J Electronica.
He cheated. Every song had Jay-Z on it.
Jay-Z on it.
Yeah.
So okay, so you said Lil Baby.
I like.
I think that was a dope album.
Yeah, bro. I just feel like all those albums that we just talked about are fire. The reason why I like the Nas album because he took all the young guys and he brought them up. You know what I'm saying? You know what makes you a dope artist is when you can elevate the people around you, right? And so you know when you get on a Nas record, it's not game time. It's not fun and games. You know what I'm saying? You gotta go because Nas is known for like my bad for hitting you, bro. So those are in my tops. You know, best heartbreak ever on a biased opinion.
Oh yeah,
But
that
for
was
sure.
going to be mentioned for sure.
Yeah.
That's my pick.
Really?
Yeah.
Swear to God.
I mean, because I really was thinking about like albums that I listened to, and then went back and listened to them again. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I listened to a lot of albums. I'm
Yeah.
like, I didn't really go back and listen
It's a lot of stories in there. in that
again.
album.
You know? So
I
I'm like, can it
appreciate
be?
that.
Is it my album of the year if I didn't go back and listen to it again after the first listen?
Nah.
It can't.
No.
Even if it was good.
That's
Album-
why I picked.
album
That's
for
why,
the time.
that's why I picked Lil Baby because that's the one I kept gravitating back to. I think it's for me it's a mixture of that street and real content, right? Like on the best heartbreak ever, it's just real stories.
Right.
Yeah, and there was some dope R&B albums that dropped as well. Obviously, Rajeo's project is amazing.
B7. I did listen to
B7.
I can't lie. You know I love Brandy.
I only
Kalani
listened to
dropped.
it because that Kalani album
Tiana
was
Taylor
fire.
dropped. That Tiana
the same
Taylor
thing.
was out.
Yeah.
That Summer Walker, her Life on Earth EP was fire. I mean, this year was a good year for music, just in general.
If you dropped this year and you had good marketing, somebody found you.
Yeah,
Man, because everybody in the house,
Yeah.
we listening to music.
Yeah, that's what else you gonna do?
yeah. So you said Rajeo's Heartbreak best heartbreak ever.
Nice.
Excuse me. He
that
said
just makes my day.
little baby.
I haven't really listened to anybody's full album this year. So I can't really.
He's been making the money.
You didn't listen to
Not
his
fully.
He's been
Damn.
making the money.
I had to wait till
Hey,
it hit Apple because I was trying to listen to it on Spotify, and I was like, bro, why
All the
don't
commercials?
Spotify just play the album straight
The
through?
commercials, bro. That's because their platform is Apple, so that platform is a little bit different.
Yeah.
But Spotify pays better.
Yeah, for sure. My album of the year is going to go to the Sharecropper's Daughter, Ciroc.
The one that was slept on the most.
Oh my God.
I still gotta listen to
Oh
it.
my God.
It was
And
slept on
the
the
reason
most.
why I want to elevate that album is because we talked so much about Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion,
And then we
and
don't
talked about
support
how
real music.
no women talk about anything else besides sex and stripping and all this other stuff, and you have an amazing album by an amazing lyricist, and nobody listened.
Fire.
Facts.
It's like one of the best albums that I probably heard.
I gotta listen to
Her
that.
and what's her name?
Like, there's no flaws on that album.
Her and what's her name?
From the beginning to the end, no
Beginning
skips.
to end, her lyric, just what she's talking about,
Jean
is
Grey.
worth listening to.
Jean Grey is worth listening to.
Jean Grey is absolutely worth listening to.
What's the other girl's name? The girl from Brooklyn.
There's a lot of rappers.
Yo, we got some.
Raw Digger, Remy Ma. I mean, obviously, you know, and just even, I'm sure there's more underground artists I'm not thinking about right now, but Ciroc's album is amazing. The other album that I would probably say was second, I'm a Kings fan. I'm a Nas fan, so I'm a little biased, but Royce the 5'9", The Allegory,
Sheesh.
fire as well.
Bro,
Just
that
I'm a
story he
fan of
told about
lyricism.
that story he told about his dad and crack.
Yeah,
Bro, that made me cry.
I'm a fan of lyricism.
It made me, because I related to it. When people start talking about stuff, and that when people start talking about stories that I can take myself and I can put myself in those shoes and walk the whole story.
Oh yeah.
Man, that made me feel some kind of way. You know what I'm saying? I sent it to my dad, bro. It was so good. I sent it to my dad, and I was like, bro, if I could explain how I felt growing up with you being on drugs, this is it.
That's a song. Yeah. I think we underestimate that because now music is so saturated. When I can listen to somebody rap, and that's what I kind of try to pattern myself after, when you can rap and you can close your eyes and you can visualize what they're saying, like bringing words to life. Like, you don't hear that much nowadays as far as lyricism, but being able to paint a picture with your words, that's a underestimated skill set. So next category we got for 2020 is TV show of the year, or show of the year, because it may not have been on TV.
Oh, I got
We
my
already-
favorite ones. Go ahead.
Lovecraft Country.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Period.
That's what everybody's gonna pick.
That's
is
my pick.
show.
That's
Like,
my pick. I'm gonna pick the same thing.
Man.
But The Boys season 2 came out.
That was a good
fire.
Yes.
okay,
Fire.
I'll watch that
The
one.
internet, some of these internet shows.
The Boys
Are dope.
You gotta watch season 1 and 2. Fire. Fire.
Okay,
Fire.
I'm gonna have to watch that one.
And
It-
Photo
it
B
was
doesn't watch
Lovecraft for
TV
me,
because
though.
he was making money.
You have no show of the year.
No, because I didn't allow myself to actually really watch any new shows like that.
Because he was making
it's,
money.
it's hard for me to just be able to sit and watch a lot of times. I know I need to catch up on Lovecraft.
You don't have to catch up. It's not gonna change your life.
Oh, and golly, what's that other show?
Golly.
Hey man, I'm trying to get my words.
Got you. Golly. Mandalorian.
Power.
No, not Power.
You know all the black people.
Oh my gosh,
That's why I
dog.
couldn't pick
Which
that.
one?
That's why I couldn't pick it.
Queen Sugar. Was it on?
Well, Queen Sugar was a movie. No, Queen Sugar the show. You're right.
Yeah,
You're right.
show.
You're right.
What,
It's gonna come back to me. It's gonna come
What
back
would
to
have
me.
been
on?
the show of the year if it dropped? Would have been Snowfall, because that's my show, but it's not dropping until February.
Yes. I think that might have been a show I was thinking about, but I
Snowfall?
forgot that they delayed it.
They delayed it.
They
yeah.
delayed it.
Snowfall, man. I'm hoping it don't like go downhill or change too much now that
COVID hit.
John Singleton is gone. But I got high hopes. That show hella good.
That show's dope. Yeah. Okay. Props of the year, 2020.
Props of the year
This
Who you
one,
got?
I got Stacey Abrams.
for sure.
That's my problem. Anytime you can, especially a state that, back and forth. Anytime you can mobilize that many people and educate that many people, and that's what it really came down to, was having the understanding of knowing how to market education and make it desirable, right? And sometimes you just need the right kind of sickness to get people motivated, and Donald Trump was that. And she was smart enough to say, look, man, I'll do the research for you. I'll put it down. I'll make it simple and plain. I'll even give you the choices to make, right? And that's what she did. And she got black people fired up, and she got she got Georgia, she got Georgia all fired up, and they turned out. Even the other day ago.
Yeah, they
Right?
still
They're
turning.
still turning
yeah.
out.
Yeah, they are definitely turning up.
Bro,
I
you
was
see the
worried.
lines? I was excited, man.
I
So
was
because
proud.
she's educating people beyond. So for me, that would be my my person, that's the Harriet Tubman of 2020 for sure.
Yes, and she deserves all her flowers,
Facts.
all
For
her
sure.
flowers right now.
Right.
I guess I'll go next. I'm gonna go with my homegirls from right here in Sac, Liz Kim, Elika Bernard. I'm gonna have to give them their props just because I mean I know them, and you know I see the work that they're doing, the time that they're putting in,
Facts.
and I mean
Facts.
it motivated me to be like, dang, you know, to see so many different things from a different perspective, in ways that I can be better. You know what I mean, and do more.
I check
You know.
in with Liz all the time, and I'm
Man.
like, yo, are you alive?
Yes.
Because that's how serious what
Right.
she does is, right? And so I don't really check in on a lot of people on that level. Not my guys, my brother
Right.
who's in the army,
Right.
cousins that are overseas, and then Liz.
Right.
Because I understand she's putting her life on the line all the time.
Yeah.
So that's a great
Do
pick.
work, yeah. So yeah, I definitely want to give people that I know personally they flowers for sure. You know, we
That's
do that a
dope.
lot.
That's
That's
dope.
the whole point of our show.
That's dope.
That's the whole point
That's
of the
dope.
pod
That's
is
dope.
to uplift people in the community that don't get uplifted like they should.
There you
so
go. There you go. That's the whole premise
man,
for sure.
so I'm gonna give my props to them.
What you got?
Well, you know, me and him had similar answers, so you can go ahead because I'm gonna change my answer.
Actually, no. Actually, I already have mine.
Go ahead.
So I gotta give it up to my people with Black Zebra. I don't know if you guys, yeah, they've been really doing this shit when it comes to being frontline journalists when it comes to these protests. Like, and they've been going through
There you
some
go.
shit. They've been going through some shit, and y'all really pushing through. I'm proud of y'all. Keep it up, all right?
Yeah, they lightweight need hardcore security.
Facts.
Man,
Facts.
They need a militia out there to protect
Facts.
them for sure.
Because they're really getting everything
Yeah.
that needs to be got.
Yeah.
And people are really trying to shut them down.
like-
Like they actually did get shut down.
They
They got shut down,
But
and
people
then
organized and fought for
to
him.
bring them back.
Yep, yep.
So shout out to y'all. Y'all got
That's
my
how you
love.
know you making. That's how you know you making them nervous. You getting too close to the pot.
Oh yeah, for
Right.
sure.
Sure,
You
that-
getting too
you
close
doing-
to the
you doing something
treasure.
right.
Yeah.
For sure.
I was with them. I called Liz the other day because she had police just sitting outside of her house. So I was like, yo, what's up? You want me to come through or what? You know what I mean? So we can, I'll record, we can sit down and chill. Because imagine that's just her, right? And the people who organize with her. Imagine what the Black Zebra people get. Right, because she's on a very small scale compared to what they are. You know what I mean?
Well, and they're out actually in the middle of it. Not saying that Liz is not, because she's out there observing too.
Yeah.
But they're traveling, going to different
Yeah.
cities and protests
Yeah.
and stuff, and trying to get
Yeah.
the media. So, yeah, I think we all can agree that props should go to the frontline workers,
Hell
the
yes.
nurses, the doctors, the people that are dealing with the pandemic. After what Steph said, it dawned on me, and I didn't even realize it, and I apologize, but I definitely have to give these women props. The Black women organized for political action, because they're the ones that put together the Sacramento Sisters Circle voter guide that was extremely instrumental in me voting this year. And it was able to give a guide for us when we talked about voting, giving people a guide on how to vote and what to vote for as far as the propositions and as far as the different candidates. Being able to put that work together and package it so that way it was easy to understand for everybody. And I know we talked about it before, but I'm going to talk about it again. For Black people, it was just in the lingo that I can understand. It was just written out so beautifully that it was hard for you not to vote. Like it took away all the excuses. You know what I mean? And when we sat down, I looked at it and I'm like, I kind of already had an idea what I wanted to vote for, but there were some things I was like, I have no idea, and I went straight to that. So I got to give them props because they deserve it. So
Yep.
that's my props of the year. All right, last, and then we're gonna go into One's Gotta Go, and then to the internet wins again. Is 2020 epic moments? What was your favorite moment of 2020, or just a moment that stood out? Because obviously there was a lot of moments.
I got mine, bro.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
August Alsina. Trash ass. Will Smith. And Jada, I can fix your problems, but not my own Smith.
Man,
Come on,
that was
bro.
an epic moment. That was an
Bro,
epic
that
moment.
Yeah.
bro, I had so much traction on my page. people hated me, bro, and then people loved me at the same time, and I hated everybody.
Oh, man.
I couldn't stand August. I couldn't snitching ass. I couldn't stand Jada using ass, and I couldn't stand Will lying ass. It was just a whole bunch of fuck shit, bro. So for me, the highlight of this year was that, and then the Nate Robinson challenge.
Oh my gosh.
You talk about epic moments.
Oh man.
Hey, bro, I've gone viral a few times this year because of these things, so I appreciate them. That's those are mine.
That was good. That was good.
What you got, Photo B?
Honestly, I probably would have said, oddly enough, the beginning of the lockdowns. Because you start seeing everybody going stupid on live.
As far as the toilet paper,
With the boats.
Like the way everybody was reacting to everything was just interesting.
the broke niggas
Cussing
with
out
boats.
people because they got to wear masks. It was insane.
Nigga, we're still on lockdown because of the cuss outs.
Man, we still here all these months later.
yeah,
This is supposed to be 2 weeks to a month.
it's true.
Damn, it
You
really
couldn't
was.
couldn't
Yes.
tell
It really
me
was.
by
We'll
my
be open
birthday
back
in
up, like,
July
mid-May.
that we wasn't gonna be open.
Bro.
I'm like, oh, by my birthday, I'm finna go to Miami.
Hey, we was
that
making
ticket's
fun.
I
still on
traveled.
ice.
So,
we was
We know, bro.
I traveled.
we was making fun.
Yeah, we saw.
We was making fun of niggas who had COVID birthdays.
Yeah.
Like, oh, February,
Man.
March. Then
Too
April,
bad for
then
y'all.
April hit. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, I thought I was gonna be cool. I was like, hey, I might be able to have something.
Bro,
Oh, yeah, I'm good. I'm
it's
gonna do
December
something.
and niggas
No.
still can't have a birthday.
That's
Bruh.
hella funny.
Only people who got one was January.
Tyson's birthday was December 1st, and he was like, man, I'm trying to have a kickback. Nah, bro, your shit canceled just like mine was
Facts.
canceled.
Nigga, because she didn't have no problem counseling mine.
Right.
Okay? How dare you, Satan?
Hell no.
Get thee behind me.
Oh man.
Dang, epic moments. Can I pick one from the pod?
Yeah.
Okay, so from the pod, epic moment. I don't know why it's just in my head is Wild Wild West.
I knew she was going to pick that.
Wild Wild West.
I knew she was going to pick that. As soon as she said, can I pick one for the pod?
I still be weak on
I knew. I knew.
Wild Wild West.
Like, bro, you just gonna keep saying it?
Like he was just so baffled.
Dog.
Wild
So
Wild
you're
West.
telling me
'Cause y'all don't-
Wild West is a classic movie?
That shit on Netflix right now.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Are you playing?
They were like, why is Wild Wild
Bruh.
West trending?
I feel like that moment and then Will Smith period. I feel like Will Smith just for some reason is always popping.
He had a year.
He had a year.
Always
He had a
popping.
year.
He had a
Good or
year.
bad. The Fresh Prince reunion.
Yeah.
The Jada shit.
Yeah.
It's like, dang, he always trending.
Yeah.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Yeah. That's what man, because it's hard to remember everything from this year.
Yeah.
I think just Verzuz just in general has been epic just because we've had DMX versus Snoop. We've had Jeezy versus Gucci. We've had some epic versus battles. But I can't sit up here and say that the most epic event or moment from this year was when Biden won the election because of us.
Okay.
Yes.
We organized
Amen.
Okay.
and we got on the and
Mr.
and-
Maturity. Okay.
Well, no, I mean, I because when you think about epic, if we would not have come up to bat, we would be talking about Trump for another 4 years.
And we would already had a stimulus check, though.
I hate you.
Damn.
Maybe, but he's lied before.
Man.
He said if we voted for him for president, we would get stimulus checks greater than the ones we got before.
He also said that COVID was nothing more than
He's-
just the flu.
300.
That's because he had access to stem cells. He wasn't worried about us.
Hey, this nigga said Black lives only mattered when he needed that stem cell transfer.
Facts.
I'm telling you, like,
He said, do we have any placentas
since we
laying
talk about
around?
that, I feel like Get Out is like, man, to this day, I feel like that shit true.
It's
It
hella
is.
true.
What are you
It's
talking
hella
about?
true.
They harvest
It's hella
plac-
true.
No,
they harvest the
that's
placentas.
That's fact.
They take the cells out of the placentas.
Yeah.
That's why they keep it.
Well, that's why. Yeah, like when you go have a child, or when you have a
You need to
baby,
tell them you want it.
they ask you like 20 times.
Yeah.
Do you want to donate stem cells?
Yep.
Like they
Yep.
hound you for it.
Yep.
Like,
Because
can I
there's just
sell it?
like, we'll just take the whole placenta. Thank you.
Just let me
We'll take
sell it.
everything.
Yeah.
No,
Y'all can
But-
buy
facts.
it off me.
But yeah,
Facts.
for me, outside of the president, outside of us getting him in office, just the verses, because we had the Brandy versus Monica. There was some classics. There was
That
some
good-
epic.
I don't care about none of them verses except for Gucci
I
versus
knew
Jeezy.
that's what I knew.
That's it.
I knew you were going to
You
say.
already knew you was gonna say
That's it.
I mean-
I'm glad y'all niggas know me.
I mean, before that one, I would say
Corporate thug.
Brandy versus Monica, but I liked it them beginning ones when it was the
T-Pain,
producer
Lil Jon.
battles. Them producer battles was classic too.
when it
When
first
niggas,
started.
when niggas
Yeah.
internet didn't work. Teddy.
Oh, that was this year too,
Yeah,
wasn't
Teddy.
it? That's an epic moment.
Teddy, yes.
Dog.
I can't get it to work, dog.
He got 40 people in there.
That meme, that's what we should have did. 2020 classic memes. That meme
Yes.
when he just looking at the screen like this, and he got his hand on his hips. And then what made it funny was afterwards he was like, "You guys, that was not funny. Like, I think we're past it now. Like,
No.
every
No.
time I get into a versus, you guys bring this up.
Yeah,
like,
bro.
bruh, because it was funny, and you were the
Yeah.
first one.
Yeah.
First one.
And remember that shit kept on getting postponed.
Yeah, it sure did.
It got postponed like 2 or 3 times.
Yeah. Yep.
Teddy is a great producer. He's a horrible internet user.
Man. And Babyface
Because he
dragged
was trying to
him,
do
I'm
too
sorry.
much.
Yeah,
He was trying to do too much.
His
too
internet
much.
profile is I can't do
He
it.
the reason why they started doing it in the same room.
Exactly. And we have him to thank for that.
Right.
Thank you.
Teddy Riley still setting trends.
But he the reason why we didn't get to see Ashanti versus Keyshia Cole, because they in the same room and then Ashanti had COVID. If she was at her house,
Yeah.
They can still do it at her house.
Teddy messed it up.
Who didn't want to do it?
Sound quality, it would have been bad.
Who? For who?
Whenever they were doing it in separate, somebody always had an issue.
Yeah,
Sound
with
quality was going to be
112,
bad if they didn't.
112, remember?
Sound,
112 and Jagged
sound
Edge.
quality was going to be bad on that battle if they didn't use auto-tune the whole time. So let's cut
I'm
it.
done.
See, but the other thing
Let's
is
cut
they
it.
don't always have to perform it live. I didn't get that either. I don't understand why people always want to try to perform it live with the song. Just let the song play.
Both of them should have
Well,
just been
I
like
think
this
who
the whole
started
time.
doing? I think Brandy and Monica kind of started that trend,
No,
singing and shit.
it was the one in Jamaica. It was Beanie Man.
Oh
And
yeah,
Elephant Man.
And
Was it Elephant Man? No. Oh, no. What's
I forgot who it was.
I don't
But theirs was lit. Because
I
they were
didn't
in
see
the
that
same.
one.
They were in the
And
same
Brad
room. They
Warren
had
and
one.
Jamaican.
They had one DJ or 2 DJs, and they were performing all of it live, and it was like lit. It was lit
I
in
didn't
there.
see that.
That was
That's
one of
what
the
I
better
missed.
ones. That was one of the better ones.
Well, we gonna see tonight with the E40 versus Too
E40
Short.
versus Too
I
It's gonna
am
be epic
so
as fuck.
excited. We're
Man.
having a Nerf War Christmas party versus battle.
Oh,
It's
whoa,
all-
whoa,
all
whoa, whoa.
one.
I got my guns.
Yes.
I'm on my way.
Next.
These niggas about to die.
Just calling my name.
You have Nerf guns?
So write a note. Photo B needs to
Right,
quarantine. For 2 weeks.
quarantine for 2 weeks.
You have Nerf guns?
Yeah. That's 2 weeks. You're not gonna see me for 2 weeks anyway.
Photo
But
B.
if he's pulling up, why don't he get quarantined?
I do quarantine. I live by
Because we
myself.
still gotta come to his house either way.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you what's real. Niggas is willing to die for the podcast. just not from your ass.
Damn. It's like, nah, B, stay away.
I'm done.
All right.
So what we got up next?
One's got to go.
I just
Oh,
wanna
one's
say-
gotta go with something.
I
Okay,
just want
so
to say one thing real quick. Tenet was a great movie. Continue.
Tenet was a great movie.
Tenet was a great movie.
I haven't seen it
It
yet.
was a great
All right,
movie.
see
But
it
I've
when y'all
heard
get a
good
chance.
This
things.
It's a
nigga, one
phenomenal
time out. This nigga watched one movie all year.
he didn't watch no shows. He didn't listen to no albums. But Tenet
He
was a
gonna
good
give
movie.
us the one. Of course, that's his favorite movie.
You
of
have no
2020.
comparison.
Great movie. Hey, I was waiting for that Quiet Place 2 to come out though. So waiting.
Oh, yeah,
I was
yeah,
hella
yeah.
waiting. I was
Oh,
excited for that.
Speaking of movies,
Fast and the Furious.
Yeah, there was a bunch of movies that were supposed to drop this year.
Hella
that just-
Marvel. There was a few Marvel movies that were supposed to drop this year.
Yeah.
They just said, fuck it.
There was a lot. I'm like, y'all might as well just go ahead and just drop online.
But they
I
was
think- I think-
charging
I think
like
that's what they're gonna
$30 and shit for you to be able to watch the
On
movie, wasn't
demand.
they?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you know, if you go into the movie theater, you're spending $30 damn near anyway.
It's true.
You know what I'm saying? And,
That
you
is
getting it
true.
come from
And
your
a
home.
$45 popcorn.
Right. $30.
Nah, I ain't buying no popcorn.
That nigga Focus brings a bag of kettle corn.
We going to Walgreens before,
You feel me?
getting them boxes of candy.
Yep.
And we coming in and do all
Slide
that.
it in inside pocket.
But actually, I had the little Cinemark little thing where you get like,
yeah,
you get
yeah,
like
yeah.
a percentage off of this stuff. So
It's not enough.
Still not enough. What,
it
10%
was
off?
all right.
Nothing's better than a Dollar Tree store.
Well, and plus you got discounts off the actual movie because you got a free ticket every month.
I
yeah.
go to the movies.
Oh, yeah, the
I go,
VIP
I,
thing.
I go
Yeah.
to the movies a lot, bro. That's That's like my favorite thing to do because I'm always around people and always in the studios and we're always doing stuff like this. So the one thing that the podcast has done for all of us is, man, people recognize me way more. I don't like it.
The visibility.
Man, look, I was on my way. I was in the airport in Oakland with a mask on and still got recognized.
Facts.
I don't think it's from the pod though.
Oh no.
Hey, that's why I haven't dropped no music videos yet.
Oh Lord. Well, when you do, I want to be in it.
Just make sure that. Never mind.
Fact.
Wait, no, hold on.
No, say what you got to say.
Movies. I just want to say this because it is Christmas time. Jingle Jangle is a classic.
Oh yeah,
it's a classic.
It's a classic.
Watch it with your kids.
You haven't watched that black movie yet?
I watched it.
He hates it.
No, I didn't hate it. I was tired as hell and I couldn't stay up.
Watch it again.
Man, when they was having that snowball fight and then she started hitting that shit, I was like, yeah.
Oh, the African music? That soundtrack was lit.
Man, it was lit.
Bro, whenever there's African music mixed with Christmas, it's confusing.
It's lit.
But I like it.
Is it supposed to be warm?
It was like a pleasure pain. Like, you know, I kind of like that.
All right, one gotta go.
One's gotta go.
We talked about everything that happened this year, and there's a lot of things that we lost out on this year. And
COVID's
so
my
I
one
figured
that
I'd do
gotta
a
go.
one gotta go on stuff that we lost this year.
Okay.
So one gotta go, as in don't come back, because we ain't got it right now.
Okay.
Concerts, movies, restaurants, toilet paper.
What the hell,
You put toilet paper on the thing.
Hey, toilet paper in short supply, okay?
Look, I bought me some already.
Was it concerts?
Movies,
Concert.
restaurants, or wiping your ass?
Movies.
Okay, I
going
got
to the
my answer.
movies.
I got mine.
What's your answer?
Concerts.
Going to concerts can go?
Yeah. I need restaurants.
No.
Yeah, you
I
do
need
it.
movies. I need movies because that's family time. That's what we do as a family. And
Toilet
paper. I
Come
mean,
on.
that's essential.
Come on.
Concerts, I can listen to an album and obviously a concert
And watch it on YouTube.
Hey,
Or watch the
do wipes? count too?
Right, because I
I'm trying to find an alternative.
That's what I'm saying, right?
That's
I'm
me,
saying
bro. I use
specifically toilet paper.
flushable wipes, bro. I got toilet paper just for the pat down, but you gotta be wiping with the flushable wipes, bro. If
Y'all
you
cheat.
too grown to
Y'all
not use
cheat.
flushable
Hey,
wipes.
he's asking if it's a general or specific.
All of that.
All of that.
All right, then
Well,
yeah,
then
concerts can go.
concerts can go for me too, and I gotta perform.
And you know what? I've already seen all the people that I wanted to see in concert.
And I've never been to an actual concert where I wasn't working.
My
I gotta
I
stop.
never bought
same.
tickets.
Yo, you know
Never
what?
bought tickets to a concert.
Same. Every time I go to a concert, it's always like my event or somebody that I've met that is trying to introduce me to an artist or whatever. So it's still work.
I've seen most of the artists that I want to see live. Brandy.
I relate.
I even seen Anita Baker. That was
What
lit.
was your first concert?
Nas.
Oh, that's a good one. What was yours?
Christina Aguilera and Destiny Child.
That's a good one
That's a
too.
good one,
My first one was Prince.
Ooh.
I went and saw
Please
Prince.
don't say that, because I was so sad that last tour.
Yeah.
It sold out in like 2 seconds. I'm gonna go to the next one, and then he died.
I've never seen people throw panties at a stage before, and I was like 4 rows back, and they were throwing panties, bro. It's crazy.
yeah.
And girls were kissing and throwing boobs
That's
at
one
each
when
other.
they say what's a person, dead or alive, that you want.
Oh, Prince is definitely.
Prince.
I had a chance to work.
Period.
Me and DB, man, we had a chance to work on this app with Prince. And Kwame Uncle, he connected us. He was doing Prince's marketing, so we were doing this app called The Vault, and we created a drum bank for producers. Created a drum bank and a sound bank for this Vault where you could take Prince's songs and we cut them all up, and you can remix the songs and make your own instrumentals out of it. It was kind of dope. Yeah, but he died before the app came out, so we never got to put it out.
No, wait, I don't know, because I just thought about it. I'm not sure if it was a concert or a show, but I saw Tank. That was the only
Tank
time
lit.
Was he performing?
he was performing.
I would count that as a concert.
Did he have his clothes on?
He took his shirt off.
Of course.
What was it at?
I mean,
was
come
it
on,
at? What's that?
it's
It was in L.A.
I'm doing the same.
okay,
I'm
yeah.
doing the same
This was
thing.
in L.A.
It's
It was
LA.
in,
I might
it was
not even wear a
inside,
shirt.
like a theater. It wasn't hella big, but
Yeah.
it was like.
I would still count that as a show.
It's a
/concert.
show, yeah.
So,
I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
not wearing.
concert ain't going nowhere for me. That's like my favorite thing.
So you don't want to wipe your
to
ass,
do.
because that's pretty much the only thing you can.
Well,
do.
no, let her pick. Yeah, I want
real.
to hear which one.
Restaurant.
Honestly,
Make sure I
She
get
gonna
this
say
on
restaurants.
Snap.
going to the movies can go.
So okay,
You
so
can
hold
go.
on. So
You can
was
go.
it going to the movies or movies?
No, going to the movies. So the movies is closed. I don't even know if the movie's gonna come back.
Okay.
Most likely not. Hey, my boy, sorry.
I can understand what you're saying. Because going to the movies is not cutout movies. You can still watch movies at home.
That hurt my feelings, man. The movies.
I mean,
I'm willing to get COVID to go sit in the
Did y'all see
theater.
that? It was like a meme that was saying like I missed this, and it was like the Avengers movie where everybody was like clapping and screaming in the theater, like bring it back. I'm like, I don't give a damn about that.
The only time that I would miss going to the movies outside of family time, because that's just okay, that's something that we just do with a family, is if going to a black movie. There's nothing
how we act.
There's nothing you can replace with that. Like when I went to go see Black Panther, it was lit.
You got to lightweight.
When I went to see You Got Served, that shit was like the
Yeah.
club, and then niggas was dancing in the aisles.
You lightweight got to take a belt with you when you go to one of them movies, bro. Sit your ass down. I'm trying to watch this goddamn movie.
You go into
Sit
it
down.
knowing you're gonna have to see it again because you're gonna miss hella shit because people
Yeah.
gonna be hype.
Well, not the new. I think before when you had to sit hella close to everybody, but with the lounging seats, it makes it a little different.
Yes.
Yeah,
No, I feel like with Black Panther, I had to see it again because I still had missed
you
it.
should have took your belt. Like I said, black people don't respond to nothing better than a belt. You can shoot a nigga, he'll be like, I'll get back at you. You hit a nigga with a belt, he's like, yo, this nigga's not fucking around. This nigga
PTSD. That's
Y'all
hella
are
funny,
so
man.
dumb.
That's hella funny.
No. California Governor Gavin Newsom to suspend all beer and liquor sales.
He lying.
Where at?
Let me see. I just got the my boy just sent it to me.
Where's D'Angelo? Send him the Belmo right now.
I need y'all lying.
That's a damn lie.
What'd you get, bro?
I gotta run to the store.
What'd you get?
That's crazy.
I think he got a penis pic.
Never mind.
He sent you a dick pic?
No, it was the.
Why did you automatically go to that?
Because I can tell. I can tell by his face.
You know the link where it says like you think it's a link and it sends you to this picture.
You talking about the big black dude?
Yeah.
Oh man, them white boys love sharing
me.
that shit.
He got me.
Oh,
He got
He
me.
sent him a
You
dick
was
pic.
about to have
You
me
got me.
stop the pod and go to
Did
go to
you
Belmo
hear
right now.
him? He said, "Stop the
Trying
pod."
to stock up. It was gonna be worse than the toilet paper.
Bro,
All right, man. Let's go ahead.
bro,
and
your
get-
friend is foul, bro. Don't he know you working?
No, I'm like I told him you got me on the podcast, bruh.
Damn.
I hate you.
Internet wins again.
Hey, bro,
Let's go.
internet wins again. Hey, that's a clip. Hey, he got a dick pic from a dude on the podcast. First time in the history of the Reverb experiment.
I feel like we gotta make sure that's clarified.
This nigga got a dick pic from a dude.
Hopefully the last.
That gotta be a clip by itself, so because people gonna be like,
But he did
No,
get a dick pic.
That's not okay.
I'm gonna make that a clip with no context.
That's the best way to put a clip out. That's the best way to put a clip out.
It
He
was
got
the
a
prank
dick pic.
one.
It
was a prank one.
Was it a real dick or
It was a prank
dick?
one.
I hate
It was a
y'all.
prank.
Y'all already got him in trouble last pod, so
Bruh.
let's not get him in
Oh,
trouble
yeah.
this pod.
He wasn't really in trouble. I just saw them.
Oh, look, he's spilling
I
tea.
just saw them
We
hanging
about to-
out,
we
bro.
just said getting in trouble.
He can't get in trouble. Photo B is a man of whatever
Somebody
he wants
else
to
might
do.
not know that.
He does what he wants. He's
Oh,
a grown
my
man.
gosh.
Do you see this? Do you see this? Spectacular dapular.
He said,
Spectacular
I just
vernacular.
Seen them.
I was just hanging out. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
my God.
We were a
Spilling
family.
tea. All right, speaking of tea, let's get into this internet wins again.
She don't listen to the pod every episode anyway. So.
Hopefully she skipped it.
This might be what she skipped.
Now when y'all put out that clip,
Oh shit, yeah.
Y'all.
Hey, we started to sound like the Joe Budden podcast. All kind of tough shit.
oh man,
All right, so what y'all want to talk about first? Versus?
Let's get the verses out the way.
Let's get into the verses.
Because
So,
these other conversations gonna go a little.
man.
Yeah.
Spectacular vernacular.
So, as we already know, y'all childish.
Oh, okay.
All right, so Keyshia Cole and Ashanti was not canceled. It was postponed. Everybody keeps saying canceled, but it's postponed till I think January 9th.
Yes.
January 9th.
It sounds
They
right.
going head to head. We already gave our prediction on who we thought was going to win.
Who do we think was gonna win again? I think we all said Ashanti.
I think we mostly said, yeah, Ashanti.
Did anybody pick Keyshia?
I don't think so.
Nah, bro.
Photo B, did you pick Keyshia?
Nah, bro.
No.
Okay, so we all had Ashanti. Okay.
Yeah, we all on the shot.
How
So
could you
we
not?
sticking. Is everybody sticking with they?
I felt like somebody was like, because she's from the Bay.
I could have sworn somebody said Keyshia.
I think it was Photo B.
I think you said something about she's from the Bay.
No, but he picked
I
Ashanti.
didn't pick
though.
He
Ashanti.
did pick Ashanti, but he was like, "Oh, but she's from the Bay."
That is me. I'm a
I know,
Bay-
you
I'm a
California
Bay-
through
I'm a
and through, I know.
California guy.
But I think
I'm
you
from
still
the
said
Bay,
Ashanti.
but I'm
But I
still
can't
gonna go with what
get
I
it.
know.
So she just don't got enough.
I just think she got some records she wrote for people that nobody know about. She about to pull
Keyshia?
them out.
Keyshia definitely.
No, Ashanti.
Ashanti?
Oh, okay. I was about to
Well,
say.
that's the thing, right?
I think she got. I think she got some aces in the hole.
She what?
Yeah.
You call
and
J-Lo
you know what?
and
I
ask.
had even forgot about Southside until somebody had. I was like, I forgot
Keyshia
about
Cole-
Southside.
How'd you forget about Southside?
Ashanti was writing for J-Lo. She was helping Sierra. She was helping everybody.
Well, I
bro.
don't think she was writing for J-Lo.
J-Lo just
Or
took
God,
her
he gave
shit.
the
J-Lo
song
just
to
took her
J-Lo.
shit.
But this is the cold part. They didn't even have her re-sing them. They just kept her voice on there.
Well, and then I still
That's her
never,
on the hook on I'm Real.
I still never got the real story to "I'm So Into You."
I'm so into you.
There's two or three different versions of that song.
And one of them, yeah.
There's one with Ashanti.
There sure
There's
is,
one
I
with
forgot.
Tamia, and there's one with like a mixture of them. And like Fab tried to explain it, and then Ashanti was like, "No, that's not what happened." And then we never got the real story. So maybe on this versus, she finally gives us the real story.
Yeah, maybe she do like at the beginning how they do that little spiel.
Because I think it was like something like Tamia was supposed to be in the video, and then I don't know, it was something weird where I think Ashanti sung it first,
I remember.
and then Irv Gotti blocked it, and then they got Tamia. I don't know, it was something weird. I don't know.
Yeah, Irv Gotti on.
Well, he was on. That was that Murder Inc. era where they were popping ecstasy pills all day,
That's crazy.
and that's all he was worried about was trying to hop on something. So I ain't surprised.
Okay, so tonight in Versus Land we have E40 versus Too Short.
Hey, Battle of the Bay.
Battle of the Bay.
Hold on,
It's gonna be
Yeah.
straight up popping.
Hyphy movement
Yeah,
comes
bro.
back 2020.
I can't wait.
I can't wait. Honestly, I don't think I can pick anybody. Can y'all?
No, I think it's just a win for the culture.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
the same. It's the win for Northern California,
Man,
and not just the culture for us.
I'll
Because
say the Bay.
people still they still the whole flavor from the Bay, right?
Oh, yeah.
Drake steals that shit all the time.
Everybody does.
I don't think he steals
Everybody does.
because I feel like he shows.
He does, but it's still not. It's you know what I'm saying, because of his platform and where he's from, they kind of give him the credit for it. But E40
You think so?
E40 has been making a hell of a lot of features lately on these mainstream albums.
Well, and they have an album. They have a joint album.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fire.
I did not realize how big Hyphy was until I started traveling.
Man,
When I went to LA and when I went to Vegas.
Listen to Problem.
first of all,
The whole
tell me
Diamond
when to
Lane.
go. Like that song when I moved to Houston, they played that song out.
Mm-hmm.
Everywhere you go, they gonna play. Tell me where to go.
DC too.
Still they played in Texas.
Man, to this day,
Still.
And
that's
like-
like their only bass song.
I was
They
out there last year, bro, listening to that.
And you know what? And during that time, I didn't realize how connected, like Portland, Seattle, like that upper West Coast area, how they love Bay Area music too. Just that whole area, just the team, the federation,
man,
Rick Rock.
Rick
front
Rock.
line, Mr.
Rick
Fab.
Rock beat,
Mr.
yeah,
Fab.
fella, I rock
I
you. Rick
love-
Rock beat, yeah, fella, I rock you.
Where was I? I think it was at the barbershop and somebody was playing. It came on Vans. The Pack.
The
Oh
Pack.
man, I
Like,
forgot about
Bro,
them.
you talking about
Just fashion, music.
talking about
culture,
Bass God,
lingo,
bro?
All that.
Bass
Bro.
God?
Yeah.
Man,
that
that was like a man. What a time to be alive.
Mac Dre,
Come on,
all
bro.
that.
Man,
You
Berries-
could not go
berries
to
and
a
cream.
function
Keek the
without
Sneak.
hearing Keek. Oh yeah, you couldn't go to a function.
Quarterback
without
don't
hearing
rest me.
that.
That's rest me.
That shit birthed a whole generation of dreadhead niggas.
To this day.
To this day.
Niggas is coming out the cooch with dreads.
To this day,
Straight
niggas grew up they dreads just so they can just rock.
all
it.
every time all I could think of is a dude with dreads with a white tee and a peacoat. Like niggas
Oh,
was gonna have that
and doing
peacoat
And this.
and them Jabot jeans.
and a gold grill. And a gold grill.
But and the jeans with the NBA logos and shit on them. Oh my god, nigga.
Yes.
Hey, that video with that nigga was, I remember y'all was wearing them beauty supply slippers.
Yep.
Y'all ain't forget.
Yeah.
Yeah, hey boy, you had the whole NBA on your jeans, boy.
I forgot. I sure did forget about those.
Bruh, them
Tall
beauty
tees.
supply
Bro, we had the tall tees, bro.
The tall tees.
Man,
Oh, the headbands.
Oh.
Niggas had headbands
The
everywhere.
NBA headbands.
Nigga, you couldn't tell me nothing about and the throwback
The
jerseys.
throwback jerseys
the
on
Mitchell and Ness.
backwards.
Bro, what are you talking about? I worked. I got a job just to buy that shit.
Oh my god.
and before skinny jeans, niggas was putting the rubber bands at the bottom of their jeans.
Bruh.
Putting the socks in their shoes.
stuffing the
Putting
socks
all
in
my
their
God,
shoes.
All of
folding it up.
Phone
Bruh.
number. Come on, bro.
Good time. See,
I
this
wanna
is what I
throwbacks.
like about verses and stuff like that because it just brings back
some old shit.
so many like
Bro, I got a
question.
I had the buffest
What is a
shoes.
song that y'all hoping to hear for show tonight?
Tell me when to go. And the remix.
You know what? For
That's
some
it.
reason, I think we already know Tell Me When It Goes gonna get played.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For some reason, Candy just pops in my head when I think about that era for some reason.
Damn.
Cause that shit was played out with
You want
Snoop.
it? I got
before,
it. Dripping like water.
Yeah.
You
That
want
shit
it? I
knocked.
got it.
You know what? I
It
think
do
I
slap.
played it because of first, like when I first got slapped in my ride. Those songs was the first songs I
Yeah.
started playing.
Bro,
like,
I
It's
really
just
want
something about that.
I really want to hear. I really want to hear mustard and mayonnaise. Bro. I used to. That made me want to make beats.
yeah.
That song right there to me was like, because I was already in church. I was already playing instruments and stuff, and I was
Right.
already playing keys and. But man, when that mustard and mayonnaise joint hit, I was like, bro, what are these drums? What is this? You know what
I
I'm
feel
saying?
like for me, the first song that came to mind was Too Short Getting It. That was my man.
Or bitch.
I still listen to that like regularly.
You know what else I really want to hear? Shake That Monkey.
Ooh.
Shit.
Look at
Man. Look, he ready to. I
Hey,
can't wait to turn up tonight.
My screen recorder is gonna be so lit on other people's lives
Man,
tonight.
Come on.
Yo, and yeah, yo.
my God.
E40
Yeah, I'm
got
gonna
it.
go hang out with you tonight.
Oh my
God.
I'm going to
What
photo
time
That's
starts
on. That's
tonight?
the song I'm gonna
And
be
of
at.
course,
What
he
time does it
gonna play
start tonight?
Sprinkle Me.
Oh, he
Sprinkle Me
got it.
is
Sprinkle
a
Me.
classic.
He might end it with Sprinkle Me.
He got so many songs. I remember I used to slap that automatic system. He got so many
Oh,
songs.
dim.
Bruh, slap.
Ugh.
And then there was a remix too. I think
going
where a
back
whole
to
bunch
the
of people
coffee
jumped
table.
on that.
Get a bad little
Man.
brisket going to the coffee table. What you want to do right now? Mustard and mayonnaise.
I can't wait. It's gonna be lit. But
He's gonna have a hard time picking
Oh, 40?
songs,
40.
yeah, because I'm like only 20.
because it's not really the song. Well, I mean it is the songs, but more or less what wins it is your lineup. But I think we just trying to party.
Yeah, I'm just trying to turn up. I just hope
I'm not even
I
gonna
hope
keep
I
score.
get to hear
Freaky
enough.
Tales.
Yeah.
Too short Freaky Tales.
Yeah.
Dope Fiend Beat.
Yeah.
Bro,
I'm not keeping score tonight. I'm just gonna have a good time.
Man,
Let's just
Married
open the
to
chat.
Game.
Oh,
I
damn, it's
just
at 5.
it's too classic.
Let's just open the chat on the.
Oh yeah, we gotta.
on
I
the
feel like we
nation.
gotta have
Have a thread.
have a thread on a group chat.
Yeah,
I mean,
let's open
well, not
that
the
up.
group.
Well,
in the group.
and I think it would be cool too that we should probably start doing lives after that to react. But this one, I say we're just having fun.
yeah, we
I'm
have
about
fun
to go
with
buy
it.
hella liquor.
Speaking of group chats,
Hell of a transition.
Steph with the transition.
that's-
Hey, this is how you know
That's
we're getting
journalism at its
good.
finest,
This is
bro.
how you know we're getting
Yeah.
good. That was a hella smooth ass transition. Hey, we're gonna give you applause for that one. That was a good ass transition.
Immediately it clicked in my head.
man,
Immediately, like,
Hey,
speaking
if
of
y'all that's
group
not
chat,
listening, that was not playing. That was like
hell yeah.
we have the white girl group chat.
Who?
What was one of the girls? I just called it Abigail's chat because the Abigail
don't
girl
know.
was going in.
I didn't even look at
But-
the names.
Basically,
Nor did I.
there was some leaked, exposed group chat messages between some Caucasian women.
Wait, hold on. Let me ask this question. Was the group chat on Snapchat?
It was
No,
Snapchat.
I think
It
they
was
was
on
talking.
Snapchat.
Yeah, 'cause
Who
you
the
have-
hell has a group chat on
They
Snapchat?
do.
Yeah.
Yes,
Really?
yes.
Do you have a group chat on Snapchat?
My husband does, and they be sending videos back. I'm like, who are you
Look,
talking to?
I'm only in a few.
in that voice too. Who are you talking to?
who are
in
you
that,
talking
in that
to?
voice?
Man, I'm telling you. I'm like, why are you talking to these niggas on Snapchat?
You don't like him looking at men while they
weird.
talk? You don't
Okay.
Yes.
You don't like looking at men when they talk to you? What's wrong with you, bro? It's 2020.
But yeah, so in the Snapchat group chat, they were having a conversation about how they are basically adored by black men, and black men are easy to get.
Let's get the.
Let's get it.
Let's get exactly what they said.
Are
The
you gonna-
actual
are you
wording.
Gonna, you gonna play a clip?
No.
You gonna
It's
read
not-
it?
we gonna
it's
read
not-
it.
It's not audio.
You gonna read it?
I can't click on my link.
Rob did such a good job. Focus did such a good job in the group chat.
Yes,
I didn't even have to say anything.
he
see,
did.
See, I like those kind of days when I just gotta go on there and be like, "Good job."
All
man."
right.
He did, but he was off task. He wasn't
I don't know what MBM stands for.
NBM.
What the hell does that stand for? Must be the name of the group chat. Okay.
Go ahead.
We're only going to read a little bit. This is Daniela.
What did Daniela say?
I'll fuck with a black guy, even date one. For a bit, but never marry. Courtney said, oh my God, same. I don't see the appeal. Zara.
Wait, time out. Is he a white girl voice?
I guess. Whatever. Zara said, black guys would do anything to be with the white girl. It's kind of pathetic. Daniela said, you don't understand. Oh, my God. Then Zara says, then explain with the little cat little emoji.
I'm screaming.
They don't have any appeal. In fact, their latest, what did she need to learn how to spell? They don't have any appeal. In fact, they're latest good looking. I don't know what that means.
I guess you meant least good looking.
I guess.
They're the
Leastest girl by.
All right. Then Abigail says,
Abigail was going in.
laughing, ask a white guy to come over at 3 a.m. and he'll say no. Now ask a black guy to come over and he'll be there in a heartbeat. Then it continues. Dinah says, black men would go above and beyond to please you. Being there with a white woman to them is a dream come true. Abigail has exclamation marks.
Dinah is named after a bike.
Okay, there you go.
All right.
Cara says, so basically they are easy. Laughing. Daniela says, if I tell a black boy I want to pee in his mouth, he will let me. No way with a white guy. Black guys have low self-esteem and love us. Courtney has the skulls emojis. Isn't that using them? Then it continues. Zara says, sounds like they're like puppets. Then Cole jumps in the group chat and she says, it's not like they're not using us too. It's a mutual using. Courtney says, fair enough, but they're not my type. Sarah says, guys, don't they smell though after sex? Don't they get sweaty and smell? All right. That's the end of what I have. I think we kind of get the gist.
We get the gist.
Was
All
this,
I know
was
is,
was
first
this
of
supposed
all,
to be offensive?
Focus needs to have a contract with Audible for sure. Because the way he just read it,
Was this
Hey, give me the bag.
I was thoroughly
was-
entertained.
was this supposed to be offensive or like
This is supposed to be a private group chat that wasn't
and then
supposed to
somebody
see this.
posted it?
Yes.
Are you, as black men, are y'all offended by this?
Not at all. I mean, it's corny as fuck, but it's not. In real life, how many niggas you know is gonna let somebody pee in their mouth?
None.
Exactly.
I don't know
It's-
now.
it-
After the Odell Beckham scandal and shit, I don't
And
can't
Trey
trust
Songz,
nobody.
I don't know.
But that's
Rich niggas might. I don't know.
right.
That's the point.
Regular niggas know.
Right, but look,
They got
okay, so let's
expensive
talk about regular niggas. This is obviously
Regular
who they're talking.
niggas,
This is
yes.
obviously who they're talking about.
Obviously
right?
regular niggas.
So
We can't afford to be.
now
one
let's
nigga.
just keep it a buck. I didn't seen a million pornos come across my thumbnails where some white chick was being peed on. I ain't never seen no nigga getting peed on. So I'm just saying, like, it's cool. It's I mean, to me, it's entertaining. You know what I'm saying? It's entertaining because we know better than anything that these white chicks will do anything to be around a nigga who got a bag, especially. They'll do anything, bro. I'm just saying. So I can't feel no kind of way. I can tell you right now that my inbox is lit with white chicks that are on stripper poles and that are sending me nudes and all
Damn.
kind of stuff. And I'm just a regular this nigga too. So
For me, I was
said,
I
yeah.
was thoroughly entertained as well. Like I said, for me, I was just like on the pictures. I'm like, let me save these because the next time I see a dude that says,
I saw you.
the next time I see
saw
a
you.
dude that is explaining why he don't deal with black women and he prefers white women, I'm sending these your queens. These what you talking about right here.
Queens. First off, they quit the bloodline.
Post a picture from Don't Be a Menace, dude from Don't Be a Menace.
Come on now,
They can
like-
walk away from Queens and Cleveland.
Yeah, I feel like if you aren't one of those black guys, because I feel like you was going in about most black men date and marry black women, which is true. But that 20% or whatever percentage you said, them the ones we talk about. Them the ones we laughing at.
Well, it's just because
y'all.
It's
This
because they justify being with white women by destroying black women. No one, you can be with a white woman.
Period.
You can be with a Hispanic. You can be with a Latina. You can be with an Arabian. You can be with a
Anybody.
Chinese or a Japanese woman. But what you don't have to do is mention why it's because black women don't. So what you're really saying is, I don't really want to be here, but I can't find a black woman that does what I want her to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, first, let's. I think that's a different conversation. Is it true?
What, that we're easy?
What they were saying?
Bro, I can show you.
Let's start there first.
Fuck no.
I don't know. I'm not a black man.
Fuck no.
Your mouth is saying something different.
Well, because she wants it to be true.
She wants
in the deep down dark parts.
Well,
of her heart.
No, because I'm like the vibe that I get from the guys that be talking about why they don't want to be with black women. I wouldn't be surprised.
No, but that's not
if that's how they work.
But let's be honest. Those are not the only black men that sleep with white women.
Facts.
Okay.
Facts.
So
I'll tell you.
As a collective,
I'll tell you.
Is it true?
No, it's not true.
No.
I'll tell you the coolest thing though. I know black dudes that just smash white chicks just because they can and have the same exact idea. I would never marry her.
Well, I think that's what she said. She said that it's a mutual thing.
Right.
When a woman said that it's a mutual, that we use each other.
No, I've at the most I would agree with that. That's probably the most sensible comment.
That is true.
In this
That
thread.
it's a fetishized
Yeah.
mutual sexual interaction.
Yeah, yeah, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, I would
For
say
both
that.
sides.
For
Yeah.
both sides.
Yeah. I could see that.
But it's also, I also feel like social media makes people say things to try to fit in and sound cool too.
Well, this was a private chat.
Yeah. So
This
that's
is not
different.
supposed to see social media.
Right. So I feel like this is how you
you're
really
right.
Oh,
feel.
and we should. I should read the apologies.
Nah.
Nah.
Wasn't really apologies.
The apologies was
Because
trash.
one of them damn it didn't actually apologize.
I think 3 out of the 4 of them didn't
Because
really
she's
apologize.
still about to go do anal with some black dudes and tell her friends.
So,
Damn.
Open up.
okay. So we.
Wait. How's your DM looking with random white women who try to get you to come through that you don't?
Actually, none.
I have
Well,
some.
I think the question. I think is it true? So you said no.
What? No, I don't think so. Well, look, if I'm going to speak for myself, absolutely not. And if I'm going to speak for my,
Well, but we're talking in general.
if I'm speaking of the general people that I hang out with,
No, we're not talking about who we hang out with. Just in general.
no,
Black
I
men
don't.
in general.
I don't think it's true.
Which
There,
part?
but there is a group of men,
Of course.
a type
Of course.
that put other, not even just white women, other ethnicities on a
Understood,
pedestal.
but that's still the minority of black men.
It is.
I say it's true.
Do you?
I think it is true.
I don't think so.
I think black men, just like black women, are over sexualized, and I think the way that most of us have been raised. Again, like I think we had this conversation before. I was getting pushed to have sex at 12 and 13 years old.
Did you do it?
No.
Oh,
No.
Well, the end of that conversation.
Well, no, but what I'm saying is, the social pressure on me to have sex was early.
Of
So
course.
so I think as men, especially black men, I don't want to say that just specifically with the white women were easy, but I think just the social stigma of having sex
makes it easy.
makes it, we want it. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
it's in your face 24/7. When you look on Instagram, it's all you see is naked women.
I just
showing-
don't like the comparison. Of I work with all white people. I'm the only black guy. These niggas are always smashing something new.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So those weird comments like you could never with a white guy, absolutely lie.
That I disagree.
Absolutely lies.
That I totally
Absolutely
disagree.
Right.
lies.
I totally disagree.
Absolutely
Because again, so
Being a man, you're being a man.
yes, I think it's a man thing
Yeah.
for sure. I think with her, which she was saying, oh, if you ask a white guy to come out at 3 a.m., he won't. If you ask a
He's
black
on his
guy,
way.
he would. No,
like
okay.
he
The white guy-
thirsty,
the white
like he's
guy-
extra thirsty.
Yeah,
No,
that's what
yeah.
she's trying to.
Basically.
She's trying to.
I didn't like
paint,
that.
She's
I
trying
didn't
to
like
paint
that.
the picture.
And that's what because it's like you missed so many different other factors that go into that. So the white guy you asked, where is he at on like the socio-economic ladder? Is he a CEO? Does he rich? Does he already have a wife? Like, where is he at? Because if you're comparing
Is he
Brad
regular as fuck?
that has a CEO to Tyrone that has a high school
These
education
are very
that works
racist
at McDonald's.
These are very racist names.
Yeah.
Hey,
Good job.
Very racist
Good
names.
job, bro.
all right, well,
Okay.
whatever.
Good job. Focus. Good job.
Anyway,
Keep going.
anyway, somebody that he's going to be more likely to come over regardless who it is.
You're missing the whole point. First off, how many niggas are you having coming over at 3 a.m. to even have a comparison? Okay, ho. So, okay, we're missing. We're
Who the thirsty
arguing.
one talking about 3 o'clock in the
Come
morning?
on, bro. You're trying
Well,
to
that's
compare.
the other point.
You're trying to compare like who's coming over at 3 a.m.
Well, and that's the and
Only
that-
experience can tell you that, right?
That's
okay.
That's the other
So
point.
this is
The-
how I feel.
Go ahead.
They go, you got a bunch of niggas coming over at 3 a.m. You a hoe.
Use a hoe.
Ho.
Well, and again, that was a point that I also made too. Was I said, why are you gloating
about being a hoe.
at you saying that hella men want you and that it's easy? So you're basically saying you're easy because I know how things work. if something is of high value, not too many people can afford it.
Facts.
So it's a exclusivity. It's exclusive. But if something is available, hella people want to go get it. So we talked about that with businesses, right? And we said that like when black people go get something, then it's devalued. When black people go to a business or go to a restaurant or go to anywhere, then it's all of a sudden, oh, now it's not exclusive, now it's not valued, so that's why we don't want to be there. So what you're saying is hella black people want you, but then say how easy they are, but they want you
And
because
you want them-
you're
you're
easy and
Like-
you're
available.
And they literally said that in the group. Mutual using.
No. One person said that in the group. The rest of the people were trying to have trophies.
Well, I mean, but at the end of the day, she basically summed up what they were saying, and she was like, "So basically, it's mutual."
both-
Okay,
you're
there's
both getting
there's
used,
always
yeah.
a logical person.
Well,
okay?
and I think that you already agreed to that.
yeah, I
But
agree.
it just shows, and I think this is what Steph's point was, is that for that 20% that do exclusively or want to be married to a white woman, this is how they think. And not all of them. I'm not all of them.
All right.
What I'm
You
saying
beat me
is,
to the
but
punch.
this is a group of white women, and we've also seen that there have been other sentiments that follow that line. And if you go in history, it's also been similar,
Facts.
where white women have slept with slaves because of how they look. They're over sexualized, and they only looked at them for their bodies, and they looked at them as beast and 3/5 of a man and all this other stuff.
Ooh,
So
talk about your bestiality fetish, huh?
right, so that's what I'm saying. So
Gosh.
so the issue I have is those men that, and this is what the black women had issue with, that those men that do like that, those women, or had no issue with this group chat, and then turned it around and somehow and brought black women into it. Because black women were trying to defend them, black men, and then in that group or Twitter, then they were like, well, basically attacking black women. And like, we're trying to defend y'all.
But this is the thing, though, bro.
That's why I didn't.
Those niggas,
Right.
I'm minding my business.
those niggas are trash.
They are.
Man,
Bro,
and that's
and-
what I'm saying, and that's the thing. Like, it's specifically them. Like, to me, it's not even just black men that date white women. Like I said, it's black men that date outside of their race and then make it about the
Black
reason
women.
why about black
Right,
women. So
exactly.
them is who we talking about, and those are the ones that was in the comments caping.
Trash.
So it's like,
And the other thing that I don't like is I don't like black men that marry outside their race and then come back and then try to tell us what to do in the black community.
Bro, shut the fuck up. You're
Like,
disqualified.
Yeah, and and you might not have said it, but there were some women in there that were like, get your men, check your men, hold them accountable. And I was like, okay, I can't hold somebody accountable for what they prefer.
no.
To me, the best method is just like in school. If you have a 10 class, if there's 10 students in a class, eight of the students are listening, 2 of them are not listening. Do you focus on the 2 that are not listening, or do you focus on the 8 that are listening? If you focus on the 2 that are not listening, then you run the risk of
Them
one of the
disrupting.
other 8 to then also get into the 2 that were not listening. If you focus on the 8 and say the other 2, you got to go, then you can focus on the 8 that are there to actually listen. So
Facts.
that was my argument with that, is like, you guys are keep focusing on the 20
instead
that
of
are
the
dating the
8.
white women, but then you don't uphold or uplift the 80% that are dating or married to black women. And it's like, if you keep focusing on those 20, then what you're doing is you're creating the same exact stereotype that the 20 are saying is why we don't date black women, because you keep harping on them instead of
Instead of
saying,
looking at the-
hey, you're done. We don't want to talk to you. You guys are trash. And these 80% of black
I'ma
kings.
laugh though.
I just wanted.
Oh, we can laugh
They
all
gonna
day.
get these-
I
they
just
gonna get
wanted.
these
I
jokes.
just want niggas to take accountability. If you want to date outside your race, then there's no other reason for you dating outside your race except for your choice or your preference, and then let it be that.
It should just be like I said, whoever you date, it needs to be about that person.
Yes.
Period.
Not
Just because
anybody
that
else.
is
Bro,
a good person,
I'm-
you love
facts.
them, they dope as fuck. Like, that should literally be all it
I
is. And
have-
if I was the person that you was with, I would be offended if your reason for dating me was because of what you don't like about black.
Facts.
Bro, I'm dope over here.
I told
The hell?
I told my mom if she was purple and she was dope, I'm in. You know what I'm saying? If she's pink, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? If this is the person that is gonna help me raise my kids and guide my kids, and we share spiritual values and we share work values, and we're on one accord and of the same mind, it
That's
is what
more
it is.
important.
But that has nothing to do with my hatred towards another race. You know what I'm saying? Or I was treated this way. And I mean, first off, bro, that's cowardly. Be accountable for yourself.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Anytime a nigga is out there doing his dirt and he's blaming the women for why he's doing what he's doing, bro, and it's the same thing like when you grow up and you cheat because you've been cheated on, right? It's because you didn't handle your own business. You're still trying to make everybody else accountable for what you did, right?
Facts.
So that's why that group to me, it's a good laugh. Because it is about a very small percentage of us in total, right? But these are also the niggas who entertain that shit and put themselves in positions to have those conversations about them, right?
Yeah.
So as much as I could be like, it's not true,
They talking about somebody.
They didn't get it from nowhere.
Talking about somebody.
You know,
That's
they
true.
didn't get it from nowhere.
That's true. That's
So-
true. And you said something that was good. I was gonna try to elaborate on. But I want to ask this question because this question came up in another group, and I just want to see what you guys think about it. Can you be? Oh, that's what I was gonna say. Before I ask the question, black men also have to realize that sometimes your preferences are rooted in self-hatred and anti-blackness.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
And just because you say like, because I know I'm not talking about you because I know how you feel.
Yeah.
But some men will say, "Oh, I want to love whoever I want to love," but then whoever they want to love is never usually somebody who looks like them. It's always either a light-skinned black chick or outside their race. And they're like, and then when you challenge them on that, like, well, why is that your preference? Oh, it's just because that's what I like. It's like, but you understand that you've been presented that all your life. So, of course, you're going to want that because of the anti-blackness in America. And most people don't want to hear that. They're like, no, that's not what it is. I just like a red bone. But you like a red bone.
I feel like there's certain things that they say that where I mean, a lot of times, again, you're just attracted to who you're attracted to.
Yeah.
But sometimes there's certain things like they'll say like, oh, I don't want my kids to be dark skinned. It's shit like that. They'd be like, oh, okay.
I don't want dark babies.
Yeah, bro.
Okay,
I
see where you coming
I was
from.
actually just watching an interview on Vlad where the rapper was like, I don't want to date a dark skinned girl because I'm already black as
Who
hell.
was that?
I forgot.
It was
I
one of
remember
them new retard niggas. But, but he was like, he's like, who was it? Was it Quando Rondo?
Oh, I like Wanda Rondo.
It was. He was one of them, but the other nigga that was talking had dreads. Yeah.
But yeah, he was one of them. You're right. But there was somebody else.
He's like, I don't want to have a dark skin. I don't want to have a dark. And Vlad was like, is your mom dark skin? He was like, yeah. Is your dad dark skin? He was like, yeah. He's like, my dad darker than me. And he goes, well, what's the problem with you? He goes, I don't know. And then it really just had him thinking because nobody ever had that conversation with him. And then especially coming from Vlad, a white man, right?
It shouldn't be coming from Vlad.
But Vlad was the God.
But he was that.
God uses who he uses. You know
Well,
what I'm saying?
Vlad was just looking for clicks.
No, that's facts. That's facts.
But it was a good question.
But the bigger picture was it made him go back and realize, oh, you sound like an idiot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you don't want to be with a dark skinned woman because you might have dark skinned babies
that look like your mom,
that look like your
or
mother,
your dad, or you,
or yourself.
Yeah.
Right. So,
dudes, it's crazy because I'll have dudes like say comments about my hair or whatever, and I be looking like, bruh, your daughter hair look just like mine. What are you saying to her?
And what's wrong with it? That's the other part is like, what's wrong with it? So that leads me to the next question that I have, because it came up, and I think it's an important question, and I think we'll probably ask it in the group. Can you be pro-black and procreate or marry outside your race?
are you asking me?
I'm asking the group.
I'm like, I think so.
I think so.
I think so. I don't think you have to choose. I don't think you have to choose a side. I think you can be pro-black and then you can love who you love. But the problem isn't if you're pro-black or not. The problem is in your household when anti-blackness and all that and all those racist things come up.
Well, and when we say pro-black, I'm not saying because pro-black is a very distinct term.
Well, people think
Because I think being for black people does not mean that you're pro-black. Those are two. You know what I mean?
I think that people think that I think that a lot of black people think that if you're not with a black person or you don't marry a black person, that you're not pro-black.
It definitely depends on the reason why you married non-black.
Like I said, it should be about that person. It should not be about nothing else.
Right.
Absolutely.
And you can
So
still.
if it's about that person, what does that mean that I hate black people now?
So are we not going to let? Right.
Well,
Are we not going to let?
and just because you're not pro-black doesn't mean you're anti-black.
Well,
That's
Colin
what I'm
Kaepernick's not 100% black. He's half and half, and he's a big reason for all of this, right? So you can't say that we can't choose if you're pro-black or not just because you love someone else or you're something else, right? A lot of the people a great deal of the people that I've worked with are mixed with something else, but Liz Kim's not black at all.
But she's not pro-black.
What do you mean she's not pro-black?
She's a activist. She's
But
aware.
she's definitely fighting for us.
Yeah,
mo-
but that's
more
what
than-
I'm saying.
more than
I think
more than
people.
more. She's definitely doing more for black people than black people are. I would consider her pro-black
I don't think you can be pro-black and date outside your race.
because you're racist.
No,
Just
done
this
with
much, but it's cool.
no, it's not racist.
That's
So
it.
you're against interracial dating?
No,
Or you just saying you can't be
no.
pro-black?
I think you can date whoever you want to date.
Mm-hmm.
But I think you can't be pro-black and date outside your race.
So you're not black enough if you did outside your race to be pro-black.
That's not what I said.
That's exactly
That
what you're
sounds,
saying.
that sounds like it.
You're not black enough.
Because I mean, like,
Well, you ain't elaborating.
Yeah.
So
Right.
why not?
So let's
Damn.
why-
so
why do
so
you say-
being pro-black means that you are about the development and the advancement of black people.
And
That
you
is what
can't-
you're about.
you
So
can't-
what I'm saying is, how can you be about what's best, the advancement, the economical, the generational wealth, all of that, if you are then mixing or dating somebody that is not black? As a black man, if I love black people and I love my skin and I want my children to be black because I want the advancement of my black people, it's just like in the Bible when the Israelites or the Hebrews, whatever, God told them not to mix, because if they were to mix, then at some point in time they would lose their traditions, they would lose their culture, they would lose who they are. That's why white people don't want black people having sex with their daughters and whatever, because they feel like they're going to be the minority because there's too many mixing. So I think as a black man, and again, nobody's saying you cannot be for black people. What I'm saying is that as a black man, if I want to preserve us, my culture, my who I am as a black man, then in order for me to preserve that, the best way for me to do that would be to marry and procreate with a black woman.
so
You're-
mixed kids aren't black?
I was going to ask.
Yeah.
I
They're
was gonna say
they're
that.
biracial,
Yeah,
right?
but they're still
They're
black.
still black.
They can be considered black, but
So-
we've seen that with
Mixed kids
Cardi
always get treated like black
and
people.
mulatto. No, not all the time.
Who?
With Cardi and mulatto, she just came out and she said in one quote she said she wasn't black. In another quote she said she is black. You can ride the fence a little bit, and if a mixed child continually keeps having kids with other mixed children, then what happens? Then they're more diluted, right?
Depending on
Depending on who they have kids with. And again, this is not a conversation about who's black and who's not. This conversation is about what is best for your people. It's funny to me that Asians, Mexicans, Latinos, whatever, or Latina X, whatever, I don't want to get anybody, get anybody mad because there's different terminologies for Indians. Everybody says marry within your race. But when black people say marry within your race and that it's for you to be pro-black, that you should want to marry somebody that looks like you, then it's, you're being racist.
Yeah, but everybody
I mean,
does. But no,
You could.
people don't.
No, they
It's
do the same
normal to
thing.
prefer
your own race.
race.
Not with
That's-
black people.
You crazy. You just said
You
80% of black men marry
Right,
black
exactly.
women.
So,
Come on,
but
bro.
now you saying that it's not normal, that we don't prefer our
We
own race.
definitely
No,
You
no,
just
no,
argued
no,
that
no.
we do.
I'm saying that when we do it, then it's a problem. When we do it, it's an issue. Because before, the conversation before I brought it up was, y'all do this all the time. Black men always date outside their race. And I said, no, black men, 80% of black men marry black women. And
Exactly.
then the conversation shifted. Then it was like, oh, no, whoa, that's not what we're saying. Oh, no, but that's what the stigma is. That's what the stereotype is. When it comes to black men, there was always
this
a stereotype.
happened in the group.
You were there because you commented and you said,
No,
you're doing a good job.
Yeah, I just read the change. I didn't read everything before that. I just came in on
Before that, it was you guys do this all the time. Get your niggas, talk to
that.
your
Oh,
men,
so they were attacking.
hold them
They were
accountable.
attacking us. Is what you're saying?
They were.
I must have missed all them comments.
Well, I think at the same time too, we're not in the other conversations. We're not in the conversations of Hispanics dating outside their race. We're not in the conversations of Asians out there.
I know that shit happens.
And the
all
cool
the
part
time.
about it is what
But
you're
we do
saying.
know.
But what you're saying is like they say date within a race. They say date within a race, and if you not, get a white person. So that's
Some of them do.
That's what they
That's-
say.
Some of them do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
You
white
see a
is.
lot of
All of them.
Is
Man,
right.
if you can't be with somebody that's within your race, get with somebody
All
white.
I know is
All
nobody wants you to
they
be
don't
with a
want-
black person.
Period.
Right. That's true.
I mean, but
And we've seen that. If anybody here on the table has dated somebody outside the race and they've gone to their parents, they probably got stuck with some type of, oh, my dad doesn't want me.
I never
dating you.
dated outside my race, so again, I can't speak for people.
When you're a black man, you date outside your race. The first question the parents ask is, "What does he do?"
I think they ask that with all men, don't they?
Nah, especially when he's black.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't agree with that, but
Hey, it's
it's
different
cool.
opinions.
Yeah.
Different opinions. I think you have to preserve. And again, there's nothing wrong with being outside your race. I think
He
it is
came for the
problematic.
Jew and the Gentile.
I
See,
think
it's-
I think it's problematic when you are in an interracial relationship and then you say that you're pro-black, because anytime we see that, and we've seen that with celebrities, like when old boy that played Luke Cage, when they found out that he was married to a white woman, then everybody was like, "Oh my God, see, he's doing this and this and this
but
and that."
what did he do?
He did. I'm not saying what he did. I'm saying
do
is
anything.
that
But what did he do other than
No,
be
he
with
just-
somebody white?
He loves somebody white, and then black people are like, "We hate him."
Yeah.
We not watching Luke Cage no more. How can he play this role? Like he black.
He's still
or
black.
the same thing,
Black
or
is black.
the same
He
thing.
black.
Same thing with Michael B. Jordan, was all these prominent black roles, and then when they found out that his preference wasn't black women, then everybody
Ain't
had
he
to
dating a
upward-
black woman right now?
I don't know.
He is. He's
He
dating
who?
a black
Okay,
woman right
but
now.
before, but that wasn't his preference though, right? Or
No,
did he get
y'all
preference?
assume that
No.
wasn't his preference.
Okay.
It was just the person.
You
that
know
he
why I
looked-
can say that is because again, I've always preferred darker men, but I dated a lot of light skinned men. So if somebody looked, they be like, "She says she like dark skinned men." That's what my husband said. You say you like dark skinned men, but all you date is light skinned men. They was cool. Like it
They were
wasn't.
good. You were saying they were good people.
Yeah, they was cool. They talked to me. It wasn't like he was gonna come up to me. I'm not gonna talk to you because you light skinned and I prefer dark. No,
Right, but
you
you're-
just date who you
But your
meet
words,
and who you like.
but your words match. But your words match with your actions, though. You never said anything that contradicted that. You've always said, "I'm not going to deal with any anti-blackness." You've never said anything contrary to that, right?
No.
Michael B. Jordan has had multiple hypocritical comments and has never really came out and said black women are this, or he's never said I love black women. He's never everly came out and said it, and black women said we have been supporting you ever since
Never?
The Wire. Go ahead and pull it up. If you can find anything that he was not forced to say after it was a backlash about black women.
now he was forced.
No, because
I ain't gonna waste my
if you're
time.
responding in backlash, that's
Right.
not you responding because you've been forced to. Has he ever said it on his own?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't be checking them like that, but I don't know. We put a lot of energy in who people date and who they are as a person based on who they date,
And that's fine.
and that's
Yeah, I don't think we should though.
I don't think
I don't
that-
think
I don't
I don't
think
think
that-
I can
yeah.
tell you. I don't think I can tell you everything about you because you chose to date somebody outside your race.
I think if you stand on being, again, nobody's saying that that's going to take away from your character, but it's, again, everything else. So if you are Mexican pride and you keep saying, oh, this and this and this and this and that, and then I look who you married to, that does tell me who you are as a person. That does tell me that does your value.
That
Okay.
doesn't tell you that that doesn't mean that you're not proud to be Mexican, bro.
But you can't.
That doesn't mean that you're not proud.
But
to be
if
Mexican.
you're so proud, and if you want to preserve
But
your culture,
you can still.
most.
ah,
I feel like it's different for black people because we don't really have much culture to preserve. So I feel like that's why black people feel so strongly about
And-
That's
dating
true.
black to
That's
preserve.
true.
Like most people, like when you Jamaican,
Yo, what
that's
do-
your culture is whether whoever you marry,
Mm-hmm.
it's still gonna be a Jamaican household. It's you know what I'm saying. I feel like we don't really have those ties to
To our
actual
culture.
culture to where it's just like
I just think
marry somebody
I just-
black.
I
That's
just-
all we got.
I just think like overall, I don't think most people. I think most people, as time is progressing, most people are not caring about preserving culture. Most people are just being with who they love at this point. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like there's
that's what-
people preserving culture.
for sure.
For the people that I know,
For sure.
that
For
you know,
sure, for sure.
Nigerian, you know what I'm saying? They're still preserving their culture.
even Nigerians, I know Nigerian men that are married to Mexican people or married to white people, right? And that doesn't mean that they're less Nigerian.
Well, I mean that doesn't mean that.
But
they're
nobody
not,
said anything about being less Nigerian, though. I'm talking about being pro-black. Just because you're not pro-black doesn't mean that you're not black. That doesn't take away from your blackness. Who you marry doesn't take away from who you are. That's not what I'm saying.
I don't know. This conversation go in circles.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't agree, but I mean, it's cool.
It is what it is.
We ain't got to agree on everything, you know?
You guys sound like you're walking out of the room bitter. You know what people do?
Don't they say agree to disagree?
Yeah, agree to disagree.
Agree to disagree.
So I got to marry somebody black to be pro-black.
Yes.
Okay.
In my eyes.
And yeah.
Because
God. He said in my eyes.
I mean, because everybody disagrees. I just think if you are pro-black and you hold black at the highest esteem, then wouldn't you want to be with a black woman?
Hey, bro, whoever has my kids, trust me, them kids going to be dark.
That's sit and answer my question.
I'm preserving pigment culture.
Moving on.
It wasn't, I don't see what the joke was.
Moving on. T.I. is back trending and in the news
For the wrong reasons.
as always.
That fucking monotone voice.
Always. Even when he tried to do the right thing that one time, remember where he stepped in with
It definitely backfired on him.
messed that up too.
He just needs to stop.
T.I. can't do nothing
Stop
right.
it.
Hey, somebody needs to snatch his chain.
Please.
The
like,
way that
somebody
he
help
snatched
him.
old girl's chain in ATL, somebody needs to snatch his.
So he's back in the news again, talking about his daughter. He already had the incident where he talked about her virginity, her hymen.
Hymen,
So now he's saying that basically quality time spent with your daughter is thought prevention hours, and it's the time that you use to try to keep her off the pole. It was.
I got the
Please pull up the actual quote. I was too
God.
through. I was too through.
Where's the clip?
Hey, he really cares about his daughter's sexuality a lot.
That's it.
You think that's it? That's it.
I won't say that's it. Let me not say that. But it's just
it's like a main talking point.
It seems like it keeps coming back up for sure.
Man. And I'm like, and this is just in the media. I can only imagine what the day-to-day basis is like with this nigga.
You see how crushed she was about the hymen thing because she's been dealing with her whole life.
Man.
It's
a clip.
Yes, a clip.
Just get a chastity belt, my G. Just get the chastity belt, and that's it. That's crazy. They even had one of those, huh? A chastity belt.
It's wild.
Lock it up.
All right, let's go ahead and play it.
All right, let's go.
Prevention hours. You got to put in them thought prevention hours.
Sorry,
sons
T, I gotta
can't
start
get
again.
pregnant.
That too, but it's like
Sons can't get pregnant.
But we know how we treat women, so I feel like I just don't want my daughter to ever just run into one of them.
And that's
you
21
can't keep her
Savage.
from running into
Nah,
one.
you can't keep her, but I want her to know how to feel real love, so that she
That
know
makes
how,
sense.
so she know how to discern what's the difference between
That's right.
the two.
Yeah,
See what I'm saying?
Absolutely. I think that's key. That's key. Being able to provide the, you know what, me and Lil Duval call it thought prevention hours.
He
You
drug
gotta put in
Duval.
them thought prevention hours. Keep your daughter off the pole. You know what I'm saying? So you spending time going to daddy-daughter dances and you taking them on trips where it's just you and her. Those are thought prevention hours that you putting in. You got to do that. Yeah, don't do that. Well, hey, gonna be somewhere in Magic City, man. You know what I'm saying? Trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
So that is absolutely necessary for any father. If you ain't putting in your thought prevention hour, then your daughter end up or down. So don't blame her now. Don't look at her talk about, oh, you mother. No, you didn't set an example. You did not set an example. You did not show what the it was that she should be doing versus what she's doing. The rest.
All right.
Yeah, I think. I mean,
can't.
there's. I see the point because it's about the whole. You know, he has the expectation of like strippers and hoes doing their thing because they have daddy issues, right? So he's like, all right, I'm trying to make sure I'm there for my daughter because all the strippers, their dads weren't there.
Mm-hmm.
That's not necessarily the case anymore. A lot of these girls on the pole because they want that bread. They want the bread. They know they see all these other girls with all this bread. They don't give a damn about like what's going like what daddy thinks. Daddy knows I'm getting this bag. I'm handling this shit. And there's like, look, just don't let me see.
I'm done.
It's bad, and it's damn near might even make it worse because he's kind of almost being to the point where he's overbearing.
Yeah,
He's being
definitely.
No, okay, let's just keep it a buck, bro.
Oh,
Let's
and that's coming from an expert.
let's keep facts. Facts. You stopped me in my tracks. First off, Mr. Magic City himself.
I'm done.
Now you want to condemn strippers? This is what you want to do? You want to condemn strippers after you've thrown $1 billion at strip clubs. After you done had naked videos and vixens in all your videos.
Daughter's getting close to that age.
Now,
Really, nigga?
Yes.
Perfect.
See, this is the only problem I have with it. You know what I'm saying? You support the culture. You want to be a part of the culture. You sexualize women. You have misogynistic lyrics. And you've been doing this your entire career, Mr. Rubber Band Man. Okay?
Yeah.
And so now you have daughters, right? And now you want to talk about the very thing that you've been supporting and the very people who've been supporting you. Because in Atlanta, your records spin first where? In a strip club. You understand what I'm saying? So these people have been supporting you the whole time. So you want to spend thought prevention hours with your daughter, right? You want to spend. That's your reasoning for spending time with your daughter. I understand, like Photo B just said, nigga, we not stripping because we have to. We want to. We are trying to get a bag. It's not because daddy wasn't here. Man, I got relatives that are on polls right now, and I know they daddy. You understand what I'm saying? I got relatives right now that
man.
There's also, I mean, even still, there's also a lot of girls whose parents aren't, who dads aren't around, and they're not on the poll.
No, facts.
Exactly.
So it doesn't. So you're not.
That's true. That's a
You're
good
not.
point.
You're not dignifying your assessment by saying if I spend more time, then she will, or if I spend more time, then she won't. She's still gonna grow up and she's gonna develop and have her own friends. She's gonna have her own self-worth, her own sense of accomplishments. Yeah, you do want to set the foundation, right? But you also have a track record of doing a whole bunch of fuck shit. You know what I'm saying? So you can't just say I'm gonna spend this time now and maybe she won't be a stripper. Right? When all this time you've given time to strippers and you on record cheating and your wife doing crazy shit, bro, like, I understand what you're saying, bro, but the experience has to be a totally encompassed experience. You can't just step up and be a dad where you want to and then let King and Messiah run around and do whatever the fuck they want to do.
Right.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
doesn't.
that sons can't get pregnant shit is so played. I'm tired of hearing that. My thing is just, again, why are you trying to control this one area? Like, why is that like the most important? And I don't try to speak about people as far as like your whole who you are as a father based on, but this is all you talk about when you talk about your daughters. And like, that's very alarming to me because I feel like black women have so much trauma around our sexuality because we are just stunted so much, and it's like everything about sexuality is bad. It's bad. Don't do this. Don't be a hoe. And then it's like, then we grow up and then we're supposed to know how to be intimate. We're supposed to, you know what I mean? It's like, and then my thing is like, you're trying to keep your daughter from running into a ain't shit nigga, but you're not giving her no game. All you're telling her is don't do this. Find a man that loves you. But if she can't come to you when she's dating because she got to hide it because you're going to be on her back, how is she going to come to you and say, look, this dude is doing or this happened or whatever? Like, she can't even come to you to really get no game.
Right.
He's
Because you
like-
cut that line of communication
he's like,
completely the fuck off.
First off, let me check your hymen.
So she's
And then let's have a
right. Like, so she's. I guarantee they're gonna end up with an ain't shit nigga for real because they don't have like you're going. Oh, I'ma love her, so she knows what to look. How does she know what to look for?
my problem-
She ain't allowed to date. She can't come to her dad
my
and ask
problem-
no questions.
Yeah.
The problem is
true.
the problem is that he's a public figure and they get to hear this shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? See, it's one thing if it's a private conversation and you're telling somebody how to invest in their daughter and for your own personal reasons, right? But now your daughter has to live with the fact that you're only spending time with me, so I'm not a hoe. You
I
understand
mean,
what
I'm
I'm
sure
saying?
they already know that. They already feel that because, I mean, even if you watch
It
their
doesn't make you
show,
feel better, though.
even when he went with them to go get so are you dating? Are you talking to him? You know what I'm saying? It's literally like,
Drill sergeant.
they don't
mode.
want to talk to you. That they're not gonna come to you for shit, and that's really what you want.
Yeah. I got 3 points.
Okay.
Number one, if you watch the show, when they found out King was sexually active, it was nothing said. He kind of praised it, actually, and he encouraged it.
Put a condom on.
It's a
Son.
double standard. Number two, what 21 Savage was trying to say was a very good point, that he's trying to change so that way his daughter does not grow up to date men like him, because he recognizes that he's been trashed. And T.I. totally stepped over that whole point.
21 Savage is one of the smartest guys out right now, bro.
Yes.
His brain works very nicely.
Point number 3, T.I. finds himself in very hypocritical places. You have a record called Porn Star on Paper Trail, but yet now you are overprotective over your daughter about her sexuality. So you promote one thing, but then when it comes to your children, you want something totally different. You promote that to the masses, and you know that there's young women, strippers, whatever, that are listening to your music, and like you guys said, broke his records in the strip club and promote him. But then yet you don't want the very same thing that you promote in your own household. And like what Photo B said, when usually a parent is overbearing like that, the only thing that you're teaching your child is to be more sneaky.
To rebel. To rebel.
They gonna do exactly what you not wanting them to do.
I mean, they was gonna do it anyway, but they're gonna learn how to
But at
master
least
it.
I feel like it's better to have your kids date in the open. I feel like it's better.
Well, and you should have standards, and I think as a father, you do have to protect your daughters, but protecting your daughters is not
controlling their lives,
putting out personal information
And
on a
trying to
podcast
only preserve their virginity.
and talking about you spending quality time is only thought prevention hours.
Like I said, they got to live with that, bro.
So as a person, I'm trying to put myself in her shoes. So now I'm going to question every time that you want to spend quality time with me, because now I'm thinking the only reason why you're doing that is because you don't want me to be sexually active.
You don't want me to hoe.
I feel like too, like
that's very manipulative. And for somebody that has cheated on his wife multiple times,
that's why he acts like this,
and has been seen with multiple different women, from Bernice to all of these other women, for you to then go and tell you're only spending quality time with your daughter so that way she doesn't end up like that, but yet you're indulging in the women that you don't want her to be. So and he's talking about set the example. What example have you set?
All he's doing right now is proving my point.
And it's not even like this is past. This is current.
Nigga, you're still
doing it. So what example did you set for your daughter of a man that you want her to be with? The problem is, this is the problem. The problem is that he feels convicted, and he does not want his daughter to be with a man like him. And instead of just saying that, he's being overprotective and overbearing. And what he's going to end up doing is he's going to force her into the arms of a man that is just like him.
I feel like too, like my thing is, if you're trying to teach your daughter how to choose a man, I feel like, wouldn't you want to be able to be a part of that process?
Be the man you want her to be with.
Facts.
But I feel like it's more than that, though.
No, it is, but at least start there.
At least.
I feel like it's more than that, though, because it's like, wouldn't you want to be able to tell your daughter, okay, whoever you bring home should be A, B, and C or whatever? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why not be involved?
Yeah.
You really can't. If you're just saying no, don't do shit at all, you basically on the sidelines while they sneaking.
Well, see, but you know what? Parents that do that are the parents that aren't active.
For me,
we're not active, and now they're trying to make it up and trying to be like, you know what I mean?
Right. For me, because well, one, the type of lifestyle they live, there's no way that he could possibly know his kids.
Exactly.
On a personal basis, right? For me, like I said this morning, when I set off airs, I sent my BM a text message, and I was like, "Yo, this is what I noticed this week." Right, I noticed the intensity and how my daughter's trying to be more manipulative, how she's learning things from other people, how to be more sneaky about business, and how my son doesn't take anything seriously. Right, so they both have their areas where my son is like, I'm like, yo, why'd you do it like that? He's like, right, and it's hilarious to me, right? But it's funny, but at the same time, it's still a problem.
And it's scary.
It is, right? Because how could you not? If I'm telling, so I had to sit him down and had to ask him a real question. I'm like, yo, either you don't care about what I'm saying to you, or you feel like you should be able to do whatever you want, regardless of the rules. So I put him in a position to have to make a decision on how we were going to handle it, right? They're 7, okay? T.I.'s kids are damn near grown.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? that time that I'm spending with my kids, he didn't have with his kids. So now he's trying to, like you said, he's trying to make up for the type of man he is, right? And instead of understanding that it's a communicative, you got to communicate and you got to have conversations and you have to build trust.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? These relationships with your children are all based on trust. They have to trust that even when they're messing up, they can come to you and be like, yo, I messed up.
Well, he just undermined all his trust because he said
All
the
of
only
that.
quality time he's spending is to
for thought,
prevent
right?
her from being a
And
thought.
that was my point right before you said it was, yo, now you're on record saying that the only reason why I hang out with you, and we all know it's not the only reason,
Right.
but if you're saying that it's the
provision
primary, right? If you're
Man.
saying that's the primary reason, and then you give it a title,
Yeah.
right, called Thought Prevention Hours, bro.
And then threw Lil Duval under the bus too.
Show
just
did.
goddamn,
Duval
dry
was like-
shit. Lil Duval was
He
like,
was like,
Now
what
we know
the-
you a snitch. Now we know you
For
snitching.
real.
paperwork.
Man.
I don't understand.
Come on,
Like,
bro. Like,
The other thing that I didn't like is this is my thing because I have a son now and I have a daughter, so I can speak on this. If you don't want these women taken advantage of, like your daughter, then the best way to do that is to raise better sons.
yes.
Like, women can only get pregnant once every 9 months, or let's just say once a year.
son can get somebody pregnant every day.
You can get 3-4 people pregnant in the same day.
Come on
So
now.
you have not been a good role model. You have not raised your son to act as if like he's one of your daughters because you're letting him have sex totally free, smoke weed, do whatever he want to do. King do whatever he want to do. King ain't got no boundaries because T.I. just think, oh yeah, he just like me. But then when it comes to your daughters, he's super strict. So
I
you
don't
have
get
a
it.
double standard in your home.
Damani's a little bit different type of thinker, though.
You've
So he's
undermined the trust, and now you're putting out family business in a public airspace
Again.
That
Because
now,
okay, but think about it. Like you said, undermining the trust. What do you think? How do you think that affects your daughter, and how what the type of niggas that she gonna end up choosing?
facts.
I can't even talk to you about the nigga I'm talking to because you don't want to hear about it. You don't want to have a conversation because you don't want to live in the reality that I'm growing up and I'm looking for relationships. And I don't want to be by myself. And I
Yeah.
damn sure don't want to be with
Help
you.
her set the standard.
How about I messed up, and I did not set a good example for you, and I was out cheating on your mom, and for you, I don't want you to be with a man like me. And these are what men like me usually go after, so that way you are hip to game and you know what to look for when you're down there.
Man, that's what you have to do. Like my dad was going to. He want to take you. So, he gonna come here and he gonna talk to me.
Yeah.
You know that type of shit matters. Like you know what I'm
Facts.
saying. That's the shit you learn. But if you ain't letting me do nothing, and then when I do get a chance to date, shit.
No, and
It's on the
like
pocket.
Rajeo was saying, it's just like, and I hate to use analogies, but it's the only way for me to get my point across. It's just like a bike, right? So when your child is on a bike, first they're on the tricycle, right? Because you don't want them to fall. But at some point in time, you got to take the other wheels off. And then when you are with them, those very first times when they're riding a two-wheeler, you're guiding them. You're with them. You're running with them so to make sure they don't fall. If they fall, then you grab it. But then at some point in time, you have to push them and let them go to see how they can handle the bike, if they can ride it or if they can't ride it. If they can't, then you hold them a little bit longer. If they can, then you let go. But you can't know what your child is capable of if you don't let go. His child, he knows what his child's bends are. Your bend is basically what your natural what your natural instincts
Reaction,
tell
yeah.
you to do, right? So like he said that his daughter was showing signs of being manipulative. So then as a parent, you're supposed to bend that back. That's a bad trait. So we're going to, hey, this is why it's wrong. This is what we're going to do, but it takes everybody to be on board. That's why co-parenting is so hard, because you have a child that has a bend, two totally different households, two totally different rules, two totally different people. And if you're not on the same page, those things could fall in the crack. So if you're not involved, you don't know the instincts and the
Facts.
qualities and the integrity and the character
Facts.
of somebody. You're only focused on her sexuality.
That's
you ain't
it.
talking about nothing else.
Yeah, but
Nothing
that's
And-
not even her personality, her character, her being.
No.
You just focus on the sex, the act of sex.
And she may be sneaky. And you don't even know that. So you telling her all this is just pushing her more further towards that negative quality of being sneaky, and you don't even know what you're doing. You know what I mean? So he needs to be more focused on getting to know who his children are at their core, and then you can better parent. And that's not even just him. That's just parents in general. Most parents are reactive and not proactive. They see what their kids do, and then they're like, oh, I got to fix it. I got to fix that. No, you need to get to know who your kid is, because then you would already know. The majority of the time, honestly, you're really parenting yourself out of your kids.
Facts.
Because they come from you. And I know me, and I'm like, even with like my daughter, she's 14, and there's certain things I see that she has tendencies to do that I know I did. Like, she's a procrastinator. I know that. And I'll tell her, like, look, this is how procrastination bit me in the butt in high school and when I started college. I don't want those things for you. Here are some things that can help you not be a procrastinator. Start learning the habit of getting things done early, so that way you break that habit. Because I see it in you, because I did it.
Facts.
And it's not me being overprotective. It's me telling you, like, you came from me, so I know this is in your blood.
Facts.
That this is something that I struggled with. You may struggle with it. I'm not saying you will, but if you do, here are the tools to help fix it. So if you got a problem with lust, which you obviously do, then you need to give your children better tools on how to deal with lust. Not keep them locked up like it's COVID all year round.
Like I said, man, you got the money, man. Just get that chastity belt made and lock it down.
That is crazy.
And then you don't have to worry about that.
But that's his problem. He's trying to parent himself out of his kids.
Yeah.
Well, but
and then too, I feel like.
And he's scared that his girls
you're-
are going to be like him.
You're asking him to think outside of himself.
But you
one.
gotta stop teaching your girls that their only value is
Sex.
Is what's between their
That's
legs.
basically what you saying. Don't give that up. It's so precious. It's like, bruh, you basically telling her that's all. Once that's gone, you ain't
But
shit no more.
isn't that what society is though? Isn't that why we look down on strippers and why we look down on prostitutes?
See, but
I mean-
there is a point in that. But it is. I mean, it is precious. That is.
Right.
You don't want to have just anybody. But the
But you're
but
more
the
than that.
messaging.
Yeah, the
But the
message.
messaging is just
Bruh.
off.
This nigga's a Democrat for sure. Messaging all fucked up. Not getting his point across the right way.
No, he's not. All right. That was a good conversation. So we're going to get on to trash for the
You
year.
guys already know.
No, we don't. So first, let's go around the room because we want to give our nominations,
Yeah. Let me hear the.
but we want to hear your
Let me hear the
friend.
nominations.
So go ahead, Photo B. Oh, I'll go.
You go.
Okay.
I'll go ahead, Steph.
Ladies
Tory
first.
Lanez.
Oh, that's a good one. I forgot about Tory.
I did
I
not.
didn't.
I did not.
I didn't either.
As far as in the trash list,
I did not.
there's a couple people that, but
Tory's
he's up
still
there.
going.
He's
Tory-
up there.
He's still going. He made,
Bro,
a,
he's
he
on
made a
academic.
comment recently, but they were saying it wasn't about Meg. You know, she had put that little video where she was twerking and doing a little, and he was like, all that, but you can't take the dick. And they was like, oh, he wasn't talking about her.
Ain't you like 5'3"?
Two.
I was like, he's still, bruh.
I can't. He got to hop on or something like
A
what?
stool, bro. It's like a chihuahua humping a Great Dane.
He need them straps that you got to hold on. He looked like one of them kids that's on the moving bulls, the mechanical bulls.
I'm
Oh my
He don't look
god!
like a jockey.
He trash. He trash.
Oh, Tory, come on, man.
He's still
He
going.
has a step stool at the edge of the
What's
bed.
taking his case so damn long?
Lord Farquaad.
know.
Tory Farquaad.
I'm done.
The Oompa Loompa tape. All right.
What about
That's my nomination.
Tory's your
What
nomination.
about you, bro?
I didn't know who you gonna pick probably.
It's not a probably. It's not a probably.
Coonery.
Golly, there's so many people you can go.
It's a lot. I mean, it's been a
lot.
crazy year.
It's a lot. I'm gonna just say the parents who did the gender reveal.
Oh,
Who
for the
set the
fire.
grass on fire?
Oh damn! I forgot about
fire.
that.
Bro, they had all of Northern California shut down, bro.
That's
my nomination right there.
Man.
For the pink and blue.
Share it.
What's
Share
you
the
speaking
nomination.
about?
Who else?
Pink and blue.
Lil Wayne's last two dreads.
Just let it go. Just let it
She said just the dreads.
Yeah.
Just the dreads.
Terry Crews definitely got to be in that
Bro,
conversation.
Terry Crews is in my top, bro.
He's
He been
definitely
kinda
in that
quiet
He's
lately.
been absolutely quiet.
Nigga, if
Somebody
you
told
acted,
him to
I
shut
don't.
up.
His wife did.
Somebody told him to shut up.
For
You know
real.
what?
Bro,
I'm gonna
you-
give a surprise. I'm gonna give a surprise trash.
Who?
Because I know nobody's thinking about it, and I know who you probably gonna say. I gotta put Jada Pinkett in there, man.
out there. I was thinking about it.
Hey,
I gotta
look,
put Jada
was-
Pinkett
I'm
in there.
not.
man.
I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. That was gonna be my trash as fuck.
I gotta put Jada Pinkett in there.
I'm gonna move it. I'm gonna.
I
change
gotta
it
put
now.
Jada in there.
Why? Let's see if
Just
we have the same
because
reason.
she did not take accountability.
None.
No accountability.
None. Look at Steph's face. None at all. None at all.
No, she didn't. But it's been some good Red Table Talk episodes.
There has been.
I don't give a
I
shit
ain't-
about
and
the
you know
Red
what?
Table Talk.
You know what?
Work on
We
yourself,
should-
Ti.
you know what?
Work on yourself.
We should do. We should absolutely do. Like a reconciliation award. Somebody that was trash at the beginning of the year and worked themselves back.
Work themselves back
Until
up.
she apologized.
But she didn't apologize.
No,
Yeah,
nigga,
she didn't
what you talking
apologize.
about?
That's why she's in my trash list.
What
She
you
still didn't
talking
apologize.
about?
That bullshit Red Table Talk with Will Smith that she danced around the whole issue and had Will looking
Ride
like
or
he was
die
about to
for
cry.
life.
Come on, man. Apologize.
Marriage for life.
Oh,
Black marriage
and let
for
me
life.
and let me tell y'all this before Rajeo gives his trash. Sex is not an apology.
Oh,
It's
No,
not.
it ain't.
It's not
It's
an
not.
apology.
Hella ain't.
Bro,
It's not an
bro, when
apology.
sex is so
And
listen,
sex is not a Christmas gift
it's-
either.
or
Ain't
anniversary
a gift at
gift,
all.
especially when it's out here free as fuck. What are you
it
talking
ain't
about?
a gift.
It's not an apology.
No.
Not a gift either.
No, is it a gift for you? Okay,
No.
all right. I'm glad. I was ready. I was,
When Mariah Carey said "All I Want for Christmas is You," he wasn't talking about you.
He's talking about you and all the gifts that you need to bring over. And make sure you make a caramel cake because I
Coming
like
out
them.
wearing the damn wrap, the little Christmas wrap thing.
So
in the
like,
So
middle.
do
no.
y'all don't like that when women will buy lingerie and be like, I bought it for you.
No. No.
No, I
Hey,
know.
whoa, whoa, whoa,
Yeah.
whoa.
No, yeah. Don't speak
Okay,
for us.
so look,
My bad.
so look,
My bad.
so look, so look.
Y'all,
look,
y'all got
See,
y'all-
I have this conversation all the time. I was just tagged in a post because I don't mind lingerie, but it's not necessary. It's not necessary for me.
It's not if it's gonna come off.
So in fact,
But it's nice.
No, it's okay. Look, if you want to turn me on, look, there's a stove, there's a kitchen. Go cook naked. We
It
can
can
get it
stay
both
on.
popping.
It can stay on.
I'm just saying I don't have a problem
Lingerie
with
can stay
it.
on.
No,
Yeah.
yeah.
Here's the thing.
There's
Though.
If
the
you're making a
opening.
porno.
Here's the thing, though.
If you're
Oh,
making a
okay, I
porno
got what
movie.
you're
It
saying.
can stay on.
Oh yeah.
Stay
that-
on.
yeah. No,
Yeah, but
here's
that's why
the-
it's not necessary because ultimately we're getting down to the same thing.
Hey,
Right. Here's the
it's a
thing.
good gesture.
It is. It's not. It's
a
not.
good
I'm-
gesture.
Tonight I'm horny, husband. You know what I mean? That's what it is. Tonight I'm here
we
for
like
sex.
to see our women look good. That's all.
Bro, I'm just saying, like for me, like there's so much ass and shit on Instagram and stuff. If you're not just walking around the house
So
naked,
if
you
she
behind.
came in on the anniversary and had lingerie and was like, "This my gift to you," but didn't have nothing else, you
Oh
cool
no,
with that?
no,
No.
I don't want it.
I want it. You driven. I want it.
I don't want it.
But we gonna have a conversation
I
after.
don't want it.
Rob
I
trying to
don't
make
want.
sure
I don't.
Candace
Hey,
knows. And then he was
hey,
like, "Oh, you don't
hey,
want it?
I
Okay."
want it. I want it.
I don't.
I want it.
I don't want it. I don't want it. How you gonna just
Really, nigga?
How you gonna, nigga, how you gonna just keep giving me the same gift, lazy ass
Hey,
nigga?
hey,
on a
some
regular
gifts,
Tuesday.
some
Right.
gifts keep giving.
Nigga,
I'm cool
I
with
had
that.
this shit on Monday, on Tuesday, on Wednesday, Christmas.
Wait.
Come on, man.
Nah,
At least
see,
go,
It's a different wrapping.
go.
That's a
the-
gift I
it's
love
the same
getting.
rap.
But what I'm saying
did
is-
she lose weight and get abs?
There should be more
Oh
thought.
my
If it's not for,
God.
if we can't do it, y'all can't do it.
No facts.
Here's the thing, because like
I
if you're
agree.
gonna
You
like,
didn't even think about me on my anniversary, girl. I got you some dick.
Yeah.
That's a gift that
We'll
keeps
see how
on
that
giving.
goes.
nah, because
Okay.
like I mean like it's not because it's not about what you're wearing. A lot of times when they wear it and shit, like they try to feel
They want to feel sexy.
right, but it's like, is that for me? Is that for you? And then at that time, it's like it's not really about what you're wearing. It's like how you wear it. Because if you over here rocking my T-shirt and nothing else on,
That works.
that works for me.
That works for me too, actually.
That works.
I mean, for me, I
You
wear
got
49er
purple? You know what?
gear. He loves when I wear 49er gear.
And that's what he likes.
Are you a Raiders fan?
Yes.
I know, but I just wanted to hear you say it out loud.
Hey, y'all should have
He
seen
gonna
me
clip that.
watching
You
that
were
last
for-
Raider
you-
game. I had on a Niner faithful
Oh, that was a good
hoodie,
that
and I was
is-
over there
that-
hella mad. Now, my mom looking at me like, "Why you got
wait,
that
no, no,
Niner
no,
hoodie?"
no.
because you repping
Hey,
for
she had they had the best sex of their life that day. That nigga just woke up out of his sleep. Did somebody say Steph.net with Niners? With collaboration?
She's at the 50, the 40, the 30, the 20, touchdown!
He be thinking
Niners.
he's slick. He be thinking he's slick. He be like, "You look good in red."
You be like,
You know, I don't wear red.
You know, girl, I love.
Black is my happy
He's like,
color.
you know, girl, I love when you have other niggas' names on your back. And Niners.
Y'all ignorant.
He said,
Is
go
that-
ahead and put on that Garoppolo.
Is that Molster? You know, I love when you wear that Raheem.
I'm so good. Who is your trash, nigga?
Right.
it's like we got hella off topic.
Who
Back
is
to
your
what-
trash?
How we got here?
First
Who
off,
knows?
as a real nigga, I would never wear a Raiders jersey. I don't give a shit what my girl like.
That's what I'm buying you for Christmas.
A Raiders jersey. You foul. You buy him a Raiders jersey for Christmas. Oh, you foul.
you cold.
Give her the womp womp. Give her the womp
Let's go.
womp.
Come
Give
on,
her-
man. We
Barely
talking
late.
about trash.
Okay, my bad, man. My bad. My trash as fuck was gonna be Jada, but this nigga stole it.
I didn't know. I'm sorry.
That's the same reason, but you picked it for the same reason because it was a sleeper.
He didn't
It
apologize.
was a sleeper. Like, you rude ass nigga. You didn't even apologize. First off, you have sex with August, and then you have sex with Will, and then you're mad that August said he had sex with you? Come on, bro. Anyway, Donald Trump is going to have to be the guy.
I think we already knew this.
Yeah, you know why?
We all know.
Because we just reported 314,000 deaths. That's why. I'm not going to say anything else. I'm going to say that everybody who fought the mask, you're trash as fuck. I'm going to say everybody who didn't want to stay at home, you're trash as fuck. I'm
You
going to
gonna
say
call BJ out like that?
if the shoe fits, man.
But when I got back,
He quarantined.
Yeah, quarantine.
He
Let's
got
not
back-
take it from Donald Trump is trash.
Trash as
Period.
fuck.
Yes.
All I'm saying is we ain't got no stimulus check because you're not president anymore. You're trash as fuck.
selfish.
Selfish as fuck, bro.
And
look,
all
niggas is
these
dying.
other places is
Niggas-
getting monthly
Right,
Come
checks.
on,
Fresh
niggas
act
are,
like it's his
business
money.
are getting niggas is getting monthly checks, bro. You don't want to leave the White House. Trash as fuck. You want to have
You and your McDonald's get the fuck out.
you want to have fucking press conferences at mechanical warehouses in the middle of nowhere. Trash as fuck.
The Four Seasons
The
landscape.
four-season landscape, nigga. They cut grass there, bitch. Trash as fuck. I'm just saying, bro. The seriousness and the urgency of 2020, I think we could absolutely change this shit around if, in fact, we had greater leadership, if we had selfless leadership, if the whole idea of he TI'd us. Basically, he cared about the sexuality instead of the overall person. This nigga cared about the presidency more than he cared about the people he was trying to be president of. You understand what I'm saying? So just
Or the fact that he knew 2 or 3 months before
that it was a thing.
and did not jump on it, and then had us all to the point where we're still in lockdown.
And then calling it the China virus and just all the way, and then
Just the way he
did-
kept saying China
bro,
and all
did
that
you see
kind of shit was just trifling.
the stocks dropped because of the imports.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
He killed us.
He killed us,
He
yep.
killed us financially. He killed us physically. He killed us mentally. He destroyed us emotionally. I blame Donald Trump for the high suicide rates. I blame Donald Trump for the high divorce rates. I blame Donald Trump for the
For the
depression
Proud
rates.
Boys, the
I
white
know-
supremacist groups.
all that stuff. So
telling Daniel Caesar that he did a good job
Oh,
in the Breonna
bro.
Taylor
Man.
case.
come on, bro.
Daniel Caesar should have been trashed as fuck too.
Daniel,
Ooh, yeah, I
Lil
forgot about
Pump, trash as fuck.
Lil
Endorsing
Pump.
Kanye West,
50
you're trash
Cent.
as fuck. 50 Cent, you're trash as
For
fuck. Lil
endorsing
Wayne,
Trump.
Lil
Good
Wayne,
Lord.
you're trash as fuck, bro. I can't believe you people. Diamond and what's that other ratchet chick name? Trash as fuck. You know what I'm saying? So it's incredible to me.
Candace Owens. Can't forget her.
Oh man,
The whole Trump train.
yeah.
All of y'all.
God.
All of y'all.
Yeah, Candace Owens, bro. Candace, it's just the irrational thinking and the prioritization of the presidential election over the people itself is really the base of 2020.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're at debates and you have COVID and you don't have a mask on. You're supposed to be quarantined because these are orders that Fauci, the guy that you put in charge to tell you what to do, tells you to stay in the hospital. You're in the fucking you're back in the SUV.
Waving and shit.
And got
Yeah.
hella people in the White
Come
House
on,
got
bro.
fucking COVID.
Everybody's got COVID now because of you. Whole country fucking dying, bro. 17.5 million people infected today, right? And all we had to do was really just lock it down. Shut down the travel, shut down the work, shut down whatever, man. Give people a 1 month notice to get their food, stock up their supplies, and then we're shutting down for a month, bro. You know, there's ways to do that stuff. You know what I mean? I'm just a regular dude, and I could have figured it out. You know what I mean? So, overall, the 2020 trash as fuck for me is Donald J. Trump, because I feel like. But thank you, because our podcast flourished, music flourished, and
Trump gave us a lot of content.
He gave us.
Y'all did.
Oh my God!
And,
Just the Mike Pence thing, the fucking
The fly.
Flyheem, bro, Fly Sean. You know what I'm saying?
And Trump talking about running in 2024.
And it just fucking he paid $3 million for a recount, and then he demanded his money back because he didn't get the results. You fucking idiot! And then he found out that he lost by 20,000 more than they originally said. You're fucking trash as fuck, though. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. So that's my pick for 2020 trash as fuck. And yeah, we'll see who does some dumb shit over the holidays, so I can give somebody new. I'm not trash as fucking Donald Trump anymore, because
He won.
He's done.
Yeah, he's. I feel like when we do the decade show,
Right.
he's probably gonna still win.
That would have been dope. We probably could have done a actual decade show today.
No, like the 10.
No, for our 10-year anniversary.
No, I know, but I'm saying we could have did because
5
this is
years
the end
for
of the
sure.
day.
This
It is.
It is.
That's true.
Damn, bro, I've been alive for a long time.
We have endured a lot.
Man.
Yo, we survived 2 recessions. We survived a recession. We survived another recession. We survived a pandemic.
9/11.
9/11. Come on, bro. We're in Ebola. You know what I'm saying? All kind of shit, bro.
H1N1.
Hey,
I
come
was about
on,
to say
bro.
swine flu.
Swine flu. Come on.
Man, yeah.
Hey, we could bring that shit back instead of what we have right now.
We're the
Excuse me?
What?
Because we didn't have no issues like we have right now.
He said, "Excuse me." but
Well, that's because we had Obama in office.
but those of us born in the 80s, in the late 70s, and
We've been through all this shit before 40.
no real shit.
Bruh.
And
Before
niggas
30.
no,
Barely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And niggas is wondering why we crazy. Nigga, we
Man.
tired. That's why
Hella
we tired. Damn near everybody 30 years old bald. Even niggas who had good haired lineages.
That's why, you know what? That's why I really be kind of tired of those posts where it be like, back in the day. Like, bruh, this is a new era. Shit is different. Like, please take this into consideration. Like, I seen one that was talking about, like us and how we handle our money and stuff like that, and how we be quitting jobs hella quick. And I'm like, bruh, we can't stay on the same job where they only gonna give us 2-cent raises
Facts.
and shit just still going up.
Facts.
We ain't get
But
no.
that's what I was
Y'all
trying
could
to-
stay on them jobs because y'all house was $20.
But that's what I'm telling you,
And
bro.
had pensions
That's a
and
whole.
all
but
All kinda
that's
whole
a whole.
different
That's
shit.
a whole nother conversation because the standards of the regular family. If you're still living by old school traditions, you're lost, especially in California.
Bruh.
If you feel like you could be a stay at home mom in California, you're fucking selfish. If you feel like you could be a stay at home
Y'all was
dad,
surviving on one income.
no real shit. If you feel like you could be a
How?
stay at home dad right now in California, you're selfish. Everybody got to work. We got to figure it out
It's
because
different.
you can't. I want a traditional family, nigga. There is no tradition anymore. It's gone. All
It's
that
new.
stuff
It's
all
just-
that stuff
it's-
that we
it's different
valued is
shit.
gone. I can't. Not everybody can pay a mortgage on one income. You got to be an engineer. You got to be a doctor. You got to be, you know what I'm saying, $30 an hour is
And take that into consideration when you be asking, you know, why relationships back in the day lasted longer.
right.
Shit, they weren't stressed
They
like
wasn't
this.
facts.
So they
Come
didn't
And
on,
they didn't
man.
have the
Yeah, I
internet.
was gonna say they didn't have the internet.
Like
Come on,
that
man.
like that one meme said, if your great grandma had social media, she would have been left Earl ass.
Facts. Facts. Earl was a cheating ass nigga.
That's
But the
true.
other girl didn't have no way to contact grandma.
For real.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Earl worked 25
And
miles
back
away.
in the day, they just had that other family on the other side of town, and nobody really said shit about it. Niggas knew.
That was tradition. Y'all want to
Bruh.
talk about tradition?
No, but even then, they had whole songs. Mrs. Jones. What's that other song where the girl is calling the other girl?
It's different though, bro.
It was different.
You gotta. I mean, so when people talk about relationships and they cry about relationships, people fail to realize like you can't just take your kids and move up under a nigga house no more because he don't got enough money because these jobs ain't paying enough.
Hell no.
And so so they always talk about how I need an old school man. It's not that he's not old school in his movements. It's just that the way that capitalism works and the economy worked out, that it disqualifies him from being able to give you that stay at home position.
Man, that shit
That's true.
is wild out here.
And for the most people that do make enough money to support, they're drowning in student loan debt.
Woo.
It is what it is.
So,
Joe Biden,
well,
Do your
please
thing.
enter the chat.
but even
because you supposed to
then, he
be-
was only talking about knocking off 10,000.
Hey, all I got is 14,
I
so I'll
think
take
the
it.
10,000 is only for people that work in specific sectors. So you may not qualify. They ain't gonna. They look.
I know
They
I
gonna
don't.
fight his ass on every because
I
they already
know I
talking
don't
about they don't want to give everybody 1,200 because of the national debt. So,
Nigga, the national debt is for our trash as fuck candidate Donald Trump, bro. Do your job,
Bro.
If he did his job,
No, winner.
you're a winner, right?
oh yeah, he was the winner.
Yeah.
Obama got the deficit down to it was like 598 billion when it was at like 1.4 trillion, and it's right back up to 1.4, 1.5 trillion because of Trump. But see, what's
That's crazy.
The
we
double,
go,
so you're talking about the double standard of debt, right?
Yeah, we gonna.
Okay. What's United States FICO score?
We're gonna end the
real.
show.
You got the nerve to be putting
what's-
shit on my credit
To me,
report.
what's funny is that Republicans are the ones that are quote unquote fiscally responsible.
And
but
look at our
they
debt.
Seem like they've been spending the most for,
Yeah.
You know why?
and it hasn't gone to us.
You know why? Because they're great at secret messaging with smoke signals.
They're okay with them getting the money, but they don't want
Facts.
anybody else to get it.
Facts. Facts on
Yeah,
facts.
so. All right, man. Hey, 2020 was a good year. We appreciate everybody for listening, everybody tuning in, everybody sharing, everybody liking, everybody following.
2020 was not a good year.
2020 was a good year
For us.
for the podcast.
Okay. All right. You be specific.
I will
don't
be
want people to
specific.
be mad at us later.
2020 was a good year because of the listeners, because of the viewership, because of the support,
Hell
and
yeah.
because of the interaction.
Hell yes.
So we thank y'all. We appreciate y'all. We will see y'all for season 2.
Yeah.
If you would like to be on the podcast, you have to please email the reverbexperiment@gmail.com
Facts.
with a bio, a picture, and just short information because we are looking for new guests.
And don't have COVID.
That-
And be okay with a temperature gun like this.
Yes. And be okay with keeping it real and joking on the
yeah.
show.
Yeah, because what's his name?
Be ready to laugh.
Who was the nigga who was on the call?
Jerome?
Jerome. That nigga. He's got.
We'll have to bring Jerome back.
He's got to come.
Pause.
Wow. Wow, bro.
I'm done.
Wow.
right.
You made that super uncomfortable for me just now.
You made it super uncomfortable.
Only because you're
Only
thinking
because-
about.
Oh,
only
here we
because
go.
you're thinking about men.
All
like
right,
that.
we are going
We out.
Peace out.
That's how we're
Much
gonna leave
love.
2020.
Says the
with-
one that was
with-
pointing out the dick pictures. All right, let's go.
I'm not the one who got them sent to me and or looked at them.
Really, nigga?
All right, now seriously, we out, y'all. Thank y'all for supporting us. We'll see y'all next year.
Let's go. Let's go. If you just let go.